There we go. We're sending. We're going. We're feeding it.
We're going?
It's live. Yeah.
We're live!
And YouTube says it's excellent. So if anybody wants to challenge that, they're going to have to fight with YouTube.
Take it up with John YouTube.
Take it up with John YouTube. Yeah, we're live. Live-ish. Live-abouts. Okay.
Hey, yeah, up there? Okay.
I'm definitely feeling a little squished.
Well, you have one less monitor right now.
Yeah, it's just a different workflow.
You know what game sucks ass?
You're about to say Sonic Spinball, I think.
Sonic Spinball, yeah.
That's pretty fucked. All right, let me. So you're not supposed to be playing this. You're supposed to be playing a randomly chosen game, and I haven't randomly chosen the game yet, and I apologize, but I'm about to fix it. It was 1 to 723, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. All right, the number I have generated is 378.
All right, let me find out what that is.
Who knows? Maybe that
378.
would be good. Hello, Cornflakes. Welcome to a stream that's feeling very experimental to me. Please,
God
folks.
damn it.
What's 378?
It's another sports game.
Do you want me to pull a different number?
I'm going to go to the next one that's not a sports game.
Okay, fair.
Hang on, it's a lot of... Maybe I'll go backwards, because it's a lot
We're going to go to the
a lot of sports games.
real quick.
It's in alphabetical order. A lot of them begin with N.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, I got one.
Welcome,
right.
everybody. Welcome in. This for the pre-stream. Amabel's going to be playing a little bit of a random Sega Genesis game while we figure things out. And we have chosen randomly. We're about to find out.
I'm okay. Hang on. Let me find it now in the folder of ROMs.
And then once we get it running, we will. We're going to talk about some stuff. We got some stream business today. Amabel is avoiding a sports game. Okay, you got it?
Yeah. Yes.
Here we go. Let's find out
I know
what this
nothing
is.
about Mystical Fighter.
Yeah, I'm also not super familiar with Mystical Fighter. But it's happening. Okay. So,
It is happening.
everybody, do please let us know what it is like out here, sound and video wise.
Yeah, two buttons. They have a jump
I know that the text is partially covering the video. That's fine. We're considering that not to be an issue right now. But we are streaming on a whole new pipeline. So
there are a lot more beat 'em ups for Sega Genesis than I realized.
Oh, there's so many beat 'em ups in the 16-bit era. But yeah, we are technically. This is a whole new streaming setup. I'm using hot new technologies because today we are coming to you from SteamOS 3.8. This is a fully Linux-based stream. Well, Amabel's on Windows still, but today we are Linux. And forever, I guess, for the foreseeable. Provided I can figure out some stuff about Vulkan that I'm not 100% clear on yet. I was really surprised at how easy it was to get into it and start doing things. And even like a couple of days ago, I was like, it's not. I've been too scared of Linux for too long. It is basically like they've done such a good job with it. It's really not any harder to operate than Windows. And then I wanted to install a piece of software that wasn't in my distro's recommended.
Oh shit! I just threw that guy. I don't know how I did it.
Well, probably ran right up close to him. Usually, it's just you just get really close to him. I wanted to install a piece of software that wasn't in my distro's repo, and let me tell you something. That makes the situation different real fast. Yes, I am on a Steam machine. I did managed to get a Steam machine, one of the new fancy ones. Although the computer I have been running things on for the last couple of years is eligible for SteamOS. Like the hardware and stuff is all SteamOS support. In theory, I should be able to run SteamOS 3.8 on the old machine. I just haven't, there's some hard drive formatting and stuff involved, and I haven't gotten there. The Steam machine is partially a way to test whether I wanted to do that, and I'm feeling like it probably is going to happen at some point. As I have been basically since Windows 10 came out, I've been looking for a way off the Windows train, and certainly more and more these last couple of years. I don't love the music in this game. Can I tell you?
It's not great. Also, it seems very easy, and then I don't understand what the timer is. It minutes?
Yeah, it does just say time 28 at the top of the screen in a sort of a baffling way. Oh, 27 now. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. Hey, internet, what's the deal with this video game? Because it seems strange. Silas the Lunarch asks, is this the stream spoken of in legend? Are you drafting or playing Constructed today? Hold on, don't get ahead of us. I have, of course, left some hints, what we might call subtle hints, as to what the stream will be today. But hold on, let us get there. I'm good at subtlety, right? It's like my thing.
Yeah.
That was the classic Hitman. Yeah, she didn't hear a word I just said.
You're good at many things. Shut up. You're good. I'm people trying to beat me up.
No, you're right. This game is called Mystical Fighter.
Fighters? Fighter? Fighter. No, it's Fighter.
All right.
These guys have
originally
swords.
released in Japan as Maorenjishi, which is like Demon King Renjishi. The game was planned to come out in the West as Kabuki, but the title was changed prior to release to avoid confusion with Kabuki Quantum Fighter.
I don't know what that is.
You do, kind of. You've seen Kabuki Quantum Fighter several times on Arcade Pit. It's a relatively common Arcade Pit classic.
Okay.
That's the game where it's the NES like platforming beat 'em up where you like whip people with your hair.
Oh yeah, no, that actually looks kind of rad.
It does look kind of rad.
Theoretically,
Whether or not
might
it is
actually
rad
be.
is a different, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a time limit for the player to complete the stage. If you fail, if you don't beat the time limit, you will immediately lose the game. However, the time counts down so slow that it's hard for me to believe that would ever be a threat. Are you collecting scrolls? It says here
Not
if
really.
you pick up scrolls, you can cast Golden Axe style magic.
I have not. As far as I'm aware, I've not gotten any scrolls. I lost my first life though.
Is that maybe a scroll in the top left? Maybe you have one.
If so, I don't know how to use it.
There's not really a lot of information on YouTube or anything, or on Wikipedia. This is just kind of a nothing game.
Can you find the instruction book for me online?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, well, there's food.
Good point. That's always an interesting move. Sega Retro. Ha, got it. Easy. Here's the thing about information on the internet. It's easy. It is important that you do not bend the mystical fighter, nor crush it, nor submerge it in liquids. Do not leave it in direct sunlight or near a radiator.
So I used my scroll
Was it
and did
cool?
not hit the boss.
Okay. I looked away and the scroll happened immediately. Okay, here's the prologue. About 300 years ago, the Shogun dynasty was about to end. The evil Lord Kabuki, that's his name, challenged the mystical fighters for their mystical kingdom. The evil Lord Kabuki had mastered the forbidden Kabuki magics and was now ready to conquer the mystical kingdom. The mystical fighters were no match for the Kabuki magics. The mystical kingdom was about to fall. The last hope for the mystical kingdom was to break the sacred seal of Kentari, hidden at Mount Fuji. It releases the legendary mystical fighters, Red Lion and White Lion. You're White Lion, presumably?
I guess.
The mystical fighters had finally cornered the evil Lord Kabuki, but they became trapped in the darkest depths of the underworld. Here, the evil Lord Kabuki had summoned his underworld servants to end their quest. This area has very strong, not the enemies, but the area graphics. Very strong Altered Beast vibes to me.
Yeah.
So if you join the mystical fighters along with your friend, you can save the mystical kingdom. But first, you must escape from this haunted world. So you're in the underworld, in the darkest depths of the underworld, because you chased the evil Lord Kabuki here. Mystical fighters attack by using many techniques. You can punch by pressing the attack button, and also jump kick by pressing the attack button during a jump. Oh. Some kind of inverted, I don't even know what you did there.
I don't either. It was pretty good.
Well, I gotta tell you, these 16-bit beat 'em ups, there's a couple of them that are super well known. Aside from that, I think they're basically always kind of thin and not fun.
Yeah.
Oh, is that you ringing a bell?
Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose, but I did hit the scroll button accidentally.
On the options screen, you can set control, game level, and number of persons. You can select up to 5 people. I think it means lives. This manual is not speaking English as a first language, is what I will say.
Oh, this okay. This little corridor sucks.
No, I think it's great for you because it's really easy to walk close enough to the enemies to get the throw on. You just gotta. It's as in every beat 'em up. It's easier to get throws by moving into enemies like vertically, because if you try to move into them horizontally, they usually just hit you before you get close enough. Unless this game has like a Battletoads run. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
Was that like a Battletoads run into an attack, that slide?
Yeah, I don't know how I did it, but
Well, I'm asking, was it a Battletoads run?
I mean, I don't know what that is.
Oh no!
This
You
is
don't
the
know-
continue music.
Yep.
Game over music is kind of chill.
You don't know how to run in Battletoads? You tap a direction, let it go, and then immediately hold it after the double tap and hold.
Well, I guess that was the pre-stream.
I guess that was the pre-stream. That game's called Mystical Fighter. It's not very good.
Are you in the cave?
Gonna go out on a limb here and say I don't think that video game is super good. We're in the cave. Welcome to the gas cave, y'all. Welcome to the gas cave for phase 2, sometimes known as the stream. Let me pop.
Oh, there's a lot of chat in the stream.
There's a lot of chat in the chat. People are chatting in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've
Which
been
is
playing
a great place for them to do it, in my opinion. One of the top 5 places for your chat to go is in the chat. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay, so we're setting up. Let me turn on some music here. We're setting up today. We're doing a little something. People seemed excited when we mentioned that we've been playing Magic a little bit recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I thought maybe
Yeah.
today we'd play some Magic. I don't know. How's everybody feel about that? We've been using that makes me a little nervous. This is the Linux version of OBS. It's a little Anyway, we've been running sealed pools via a service called Draftmancer, and I think it's been going pretty well. So I thought we would do some of that today for y'all. I just realized something's. Hold on, I'm fixing something that yeah. Okay. We're cool. Everything's cool and fine. Everything's fine. Everyone, stop panicking. So we're gonna pop a sealed pool, play some Magic, maybe even do it again. If you're not familiar with Magic, I'll do my best to explain what's going along here. Welcome to Draftmancer. And Amabel, you ready to do the thing?
Yes.
Okay. So, for those of you who are not familiar with sealed deck Magic, the basic idea here is we have selected a set. We're playing Bloomburrow in our first pool because Amabel made me. Bloomburrow's fine. Listen, I'm not hating. We're going to get 6 packs worth of product. We're just going to rip open 6 packs worth of product. We're going to build decks out of whatever it is that we find in there, and then we will attempt to destroy each other. Attempt to really ruin each other's lives with these adorable little animals. So Bloomburrow is a sort of a in Amabel's wonderful video essay that came out recently, she referred to it as Timu Redwall. It's, it's not the wrongest thing. It is a mouse guardy kind of fantasy animal setting. So let's see here. These are our rares and our mythics. We pulled a Fountain Port. Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna
Okay,
mute
yeah.
the thing to you. I'm talking to viewers about this pool.
Yeah, please mute.
I'm not talking to Amabel's about this pool. She doesn't get to know stuff. So Bloomburrow. So we got ourselves a Fountain Port, which seems like a good sort of like drag the game out long game tool. My very limited experience of Bloomburrow is that is not how the games go. But sealed tends to be a slightly slower format than draft because obviously you have a lot less card selection. You're kind of stuck with stuff sometimes, and so the decks are of a slightly lower quality. Alania, Divergent Storm, is an otter wizard who really wants us to cast spells. I'm not sure about the quality of this critter. A 3/5 for 5. You get to copy your spells, but you have to let the opponent draw cards to do it. My opponent drawing cards is not my favorite thing. We got here Mabel, heir to Cragflame. Amabel's going to be livid when we play this against her. Mabel comes into play and creates she has a little magic sword that she brings with her, which is pretty cool. A cheap equipment is pretty good in the mouse deck, in my opinion, in this format, because there's a lot of creatures that get some kind of bonus when you target them for the first time each turn. Got ourselves a Season of the Burrow, which definitely drags us toward the sort of red-white thing here. Camellia the Seed Miser. I don't think I'm familiar with this. I've only played a couple. We played a couple of pools of Bloomburrow, so I am going to be unfamiliar with some of the cards for sure. Menace and other squirrels you control have menace. When you sacrifice food, get squirrel. And then 2 and forage, put a +1/+1 counter on each squirrel you control. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I see how this would cause you to win some games of Magic. It does not put +1/+1 counters on Camellia herself, which is a shame given that she has menace. Oh, she gives all your other squirrels menace. What am I talking about? Yeah, creatures that get big and are hard to block. Pretty good at Magic. You just need to have some kind of food generation going. Or I suppose that you can forage off of cards in your graveyard. Yeah, exile 3 cards from your graveyard. So if you have enough mill, you can get going that way too. But there's lots of ways to generate food in this set, certainly. We have another Mouse Lord. I mean, like, as much as Camellia seems powerful, I do think that we have a couple of rares here that play real nice together, and we may well be drawing ourselves in the direction of white and red. Rat Colony seems like it's probably not going to be very good in this format. This card is what's known as a special guest, so it's cards that are from outside of the set that you can very rarely pull in limited. I think not probably a great fit for the situation. We'll see how many rats we have. And here's a bird dragon. Okay, lets you play some extra cards or whatever. Like, here's the thing. Don't get too hung up on your rares and mythics. It's very easy to, like, draft a Mabel early in a draft and go, like, yeah, hell yeah, mouse time. And be able to pull a bunch of mice because you are seeing a lot of cards over the course of a draft. We really are going to have to go where the creatures are in our pool here. So let's see what we're looking at. A Flowerfoot Swordmaster is a mouse, and it is fine. So this is that kind of thing I was talking about. A lot of the mice have this Valiant keyword. So whenever this becomes the target of a spell or ability that we control for the first time each turn, all of our mice get +1/+0. We do have another squirrel here. Lets us draw a card as long as we've foraged this turn. That's pretty good. Or just used food in its normal way. Got a War Squeak. We got a Fountain Port Bell can be very good for splashing. High Stride is like, I don't know. As far as combat tricks go, I'd almost always rather have something a little fancier. Longstalk Brawl makes guys dead. And I do love that about it. So this causes creatures to fight each other. I think there's a couple of bites in the set as well. I'm a little unsure how much to explain stuff. Because I don't know if people are... I don't know what the level of familiarity with everybody in the chat is. Hey, where's that... Valley Quest Caller is giving +1/+1 to rabbits, bats, birds, and mice. So not to weasels, sadly. But we do have a pair of Brightblade Stoats who, while not really playing specifically in our theme, are just like that's a good solid limited man. 2/2 first striker for 2. Life Creed Duo is a bat and a bird. So we have some frogs and some squirrels and stuff. We got a couple copies of Bonebind Orator. Okay, it's a bear that does grave digging from the graveyard. After it's dead, it can return creatures from your graveyard to your hand. I do love the recursion there. It's a bonus for each other rat you control. Man, Threshold. Okay, Threshold allows you to dig this guy out and actually play him from the graveyard. It might be the case that we have a little bit more of a rat deck going on. So this set is a set that cares a lot about creature type, as you might notice, what we would once have called tribal, although I know they don't use the word tribal anymore for it. Whenever this becomes the target of a spell or ability for the first time, you can discard and then draw. That's fine. Baker's Bane Duo is a classic bear plus food. Pretty good if we do end up on that Camellia trip, which is maybe looking a little bit likely. Got a couple of 3-tree Root Weavers, so if we do end up in green, it's going to be very easy for us to splash. A couple of Carrot Cakes, though. This is pretty good for the rabbit deck. Rabbits are kind of white and green. Mice are kind of white and red. They definitely do a lot of crossover. So we'll see where we end up. This is a cheap source of a food token, and maybe eventually some removal. I think that's okay. Typal. Yeah, Kindred. Thank you, Silas. Kindred is the word they use instead of tribal now. Which I get. I understand where that's coming from. We do have some, decent white removal. I like to see that. Savor. Decent black removal that creates food tokens. We get a couple copies of Savor. That's pretty strong. So if we pull this out into 2 rows, so we can look at our creatures here. We have a lot of green and white in the 2-drops. We don't have a... We have a lot of specifically white and red in the 3-drops. Vigilance Haste. +1/+1 counters. Wow. So these Seaglaive Mentors play very, very well with, say, Cragflame, right? Very, very well with a cheap piece of equipment, a cheap to equip piece of equipment. It does look to me like we probably play mice pretty effectively. We have rabbit. I mean, Intrepid Rabbit's great. So when this comes into play, it gives a creature +1/+1, and you can also pay its offspring cost to get a token that also does the +1/+1 thing. So you can very suddenly increase the size of your attack force by quite a bit. Roughshod Duo is a mouse. It does not have Valiant. It has the raccoon mechanic instead, but it is a mouse and a raccoon working together. I do really appreciate like the flavor design of Bloomberg. I mean, first of all, you know, I like this kind of critter fantasy. I don't know what you call Mouse Guard and the things like Mouse Guard. But I really like the design of these duos where they have all these duos where it's creatures from 2 different creature type bands working together. And then the flavor text is always a line from each of them, like a little mini conversation. I think this is a really cool cycle design. It's like we do have some good rat and squirrel stuff going on. The beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, surveil 1. I'm gonna be honest, in our limited playtesting of the format, it seems to me, like the few pools we pulled, it seems to me like the strongest tribe might be rabbits, but the tribe I like to play most is bats for sure. A rabbit druid who is strong if you have tokens. We have here another green-black squirrel. Whenever you forage, put a +1/+1 counter on this friend. Cindering Cutthroat, who's kind of not doing either of the things we want, but would fit in either of the decks as either a 2 in a black or a 2 in a red. And you know, listen, I think it's good everywhere. I think this is just a generally good card. So yeah, it's very hard for me to imagine that we're not playing red-white here, because I want to play my Dragonhawk. We have 2 Seaglaive Mentors. There's some good stuff going on in our green for sure. And obviously, like, we have enough squirrels and enough sources of food that I do think this is compelling. The Valley Quest Caller, yeah, it does give rabbits +1/+1. Yeah, let's break down the white red and see what it looks like. Let me take us out of 2 rows here for a second. I'm just gonna tuck all of our other stuff away in the sideboard for a moment, and we'll come back to it. Maybe we'll come back to it. Honestly, probably not. So you're not in the deck. I'm not probably playing Tempest Angler. If we're doing just white and red, like these are the cards we're looking at, I think. All right, let's swap this back to converted mana cost 2 rows. So this is 37 cards. The first thing I'm thinking is, like, do we need... We may as well have the Fountain Port. You know, I think most games will probably be a little bit too fast for it, but I don't think our color requirements are particularly stringent. Like, it's not going to break my heart to play a land that produces only colorless. And once in a while, if we sack a token to draw a card or whatever, like, that's good value. The Fountain Port Bell. Search your library for a land card, put it on top, and then draw a card. I think this is all good. I think we're gonna keep that. All right, so 15 spells. If we're thinking about what I usually do here, we're building a 40-card deck for limited. The common thing to do is to play about 17. Oh, sorry, that's my Discord. My Discord is not in streamer mode, which is to say that it is not being quiet right now. Let me fix that. It doesn't, I guess, automatically jump into streamer mode when OBS is open on Linux. That is not a feature. Nor apparently do I know how to enable it quickly. And so, it makes noises. Oh my god, sounds off. Disable all notification sounds. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Just broadcasting notification noises over the internet. Terrible work. Okay, so if we're talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of like 23, 24 non-land cards in our 40 card deck, how many of those can we afford to be spells, right? We definitely want to be playing a critical mass of creatures. We want to have bodies on the ground. So, I'm going to pull these out of the deck for just a moment so that this accurately represents our non-creature spell count. 13 is way too many, right? I want to be playing 15, 16 creatures probably at least. Probably in that neighborhood. I do think it's fair to just go ahead and count the carrot cakes as creatures. Each one of these is going to produce 2 tokens over the course of its lifespan, and that's really why you're playing it, is for the tokens, not so much for the food. Although the scry is nice. Sonar Strike, I think we're keeping. So then it's like, of your remaining removal, how much of it is just like good hard, or of your remaining spells, how much of it is good hard removal, right? We're going to take out the trash. I love to do damage to target creature. That's my favorite thing. Playful Shove is not a lot of damage. It's not super compelling, but it is a spell that draws a card when you play it, and that means it doesn't really have to do a whole lot in order to earn its slot. If you're playing a couple of cheap cantrips like this, it is in many ways like playing with a smaller deck. Do we need 2 copies of Rabbit Response? Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. So if we are producing a lot of creatures, especially if we're producing a lot of like extra little tokens from our carrot cake and our intrepid rabbit and stuff, if you get just like 6 or 7 creatures on the table, swing and then play a Rabbit Response, obviously that can add up to a huge amount of damage. But it is, I think, somewhat dependent on our ability to go wide to be good, and I do think we have some of that. How many things do we have that are token making? Coruscation Mage is not on Tribe, nor is it on Mechanic. However, I do think it's generally pretty all right. Like, if you pay 4 mana, you get a 2/2 and a 1/1. And then every time you play a spell, every time you play a non-creature spell from that point forward, your opponent's taking a couple damage. Like, it adds up pretty quickly. We are going to have to end up cutting 2 drops, though, and that probably is the one that gets cut first. It's probably the one that's like least compelling. Life Creed Duo is a creature with evasion, and so I'm a little bit less interested in cutting that. I'm getting a little distracted, sorry. So tokens. We don't really have that many things that create additional creatures. Yeah. So that does reduce my my desire for Rabbit Response a little bit, and we got to cut some spells. Like, no matter what, we got to cut some spells, right? This is too many spells. We're gonna, if we're talking about 15 or 16 creatures in our 23 or 24 card deck, then we can't really be running more than like 8 non-creature spells, right? And even that might be pushing it. We have a sword here. This is a pretty large amount of power and toughness. And while it does remove flying from the creature, we don't really have flying on that many creatures to begin with. We have a lot of creatures who play quite well with bonus strength, and we have creatures who want to be able to be targeted by abilities we control, so I'm inclined to play a piece of equipment even if it's a little bit below the line, I think, in this deck. And that said, I don't know that I think this even is below the line. I think this is probably pretty good for us. Season of the Burrow lets us potentially create rabbit tokens. I mean, exile target non-land permanent, I have to imagine, is a mode that you play on this a lot. Target permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. Okay, so probably when you play Season of the Burrow, you are aiming to do the 3 and then, a 2 or 2 1s. Hey there, Kyle. Welcome to the stream. I see Silas the Lunarch saying Starforge is best with Trample, which we have a decent amount of. Do we have much Trample? I know we have some Menace, although I'm not sure Teapot Slinger's making the final deck. But I do love a Frilled Spark Shooter, and these guys are a little bit more likely to make it, and certainly a Menace creature is somewhat likely to get through with that big thing. We have a Roughshod duo. Even if it does take the flying off of the Strike Force, obviously I'm, +3/+3 on your double strike creature is very fun. So we have a little bit of non-flying quote unquote evasion. But we do have to cut a couple of spells, I think. So we don't really have a strong reason to play just food. This is removal. It is like hard removal. But it's also very slow for that. And I wonder, given our deck, I wonder if this is the kind of thing we want to be playing. Right, we have like Banishing Light to compare it to. I kind of want to keep one Rabbit Response because I do think we have the ability to go wide enough to justify one. I might cut the Bumbleflower's pot just for speed reasons. War Squeak, of course, is a local enchantment, and local enchantments are always vulnerable to the 2-for-1. But the enter the battlefield part of this, I think, is good enough. Like if this card wasn't an enchantment and it was just target creature and opponent controls can't block this turn, your guy gets +1/+1 in haste until end of turn. That's a spell I would play. This spell's not exactly that. But if you play it against an opponent who's tapped low, it probably is at least that good. And then, sometimes it'll actually stick around and keep the +1/+1 going. I think I'm inclined to keep the War Squeak. All right, let's start cutting creatures. We'll see if we want to cut more spells after we do some of that. But we definitely have 24 creatures is more than we're trying to run here. And I'm also definitely like aiming low on our curve. We're keeping the Dragonhawk. The Dragonhawk seems bananas. This seems like a dragon. So I like to... My hot take, my big limited strategy is play dragon. Play a dragon or two if you can. Usually pretty good. Veteran Guard Mouse is fine. A little expensive, in my opinion, for what it does. And I do think we're going to want to come down a little bit on the force. Raccoon Warrior's not in Tribe. We're not getting bonuses to lizards from our quest caller either. But the thing about Frilled Spark Shooter is it's often 4/4. And it has both Menace and Reach, both of which are very compelling. My inclination is maybe to leave the 4s and 5s like that. And even that is almost more than I want to run in a deck like this. Like I think we're going like to the throat very quickly here. Strike Force is great. Intrepid Rabbit is great. If you're playing with creatures, Intrepid Rabbit's good. So then like here, the Seedglaive Mentors I think are very good. The Mabel is very good. I like Cindering Cutthroat a lot as a creature who is often 4/3 for 3. But even if he's not, I think a 3/2 with an activatable Menace is just fine. Are we keeping a Roughshod duo? It is a mouse, or at least it contains a mouse. Expend 4 in our deck is mostly going to be us playing 2 different 2-drops, but that's a thing that'll happen. Target creature gains trample until end of turn, so it has trample and it gives trample. Helps us swing through opposing tokens and stuff. I do kind of like it. Can we keep all these 3s? This is a lot of 3s. Let's talk about our twos a little bit. So, like the carrot cakes, obviously they're a little bit better in a rabbit deck, where the extra rabbit creature tokens are doing that thing. But keep in mind, Valley Quest Caller does still buff all of our rabbits, and the carrot cakes also scry both when they come in and when we sacrifice them. So they are very good for deck fixing, for making sure you're getting your lands or not too many lands. I do think Whisker Quill Scribe is maybe going. Well, I mean, let's start with the creatures who aren't mice. This guy is a 2/1 or 2 creatures for 4, and I guess a 2 mana creature that has a 2 mana offspring cost is a good way to expend 4, while still having a thing you can play cheaply. But this is the thing that probably fits least with what we're doing. It's like this and the Coruscation Mage, I think. It's a bummer that those are our offsprings. Tapping to give haste to creatures is always like, should I be swinging with this guy instead? What if we cut? Because I think we have to be fairly ruthless here. We're still like way up. What if we did cut all that? We keep the Whisker Quill Scribe, which I'm finding impossible to say, largely because it's on tribe more than anything else. It's really hard for me to imagine it's right to cut the 2/2 first strikers. Like, a little bit of first strike goes a long way, especially like once your opponent knows you have a combat trick. Your first strikers become very difficult to deal with. I think I actually really like Flowerfoot Swordmaster in this deck specifically, although I'm not wild about this man kind of generally. I think we have enough mouse stuff going on that it should be good. It's a little bit of a shame that Season of the Burrow, I guess it's a little more rabbit focused than mouse focused. I was going to say it's a little bit of a shame that Season of the Burrow doesn't have a way of targeting your stuff on it. I guess you can target your own permanents to exile them and draw a card, but you would expect this to have a way of letting you set up Valiant. Apparently I've just discovered that this operating system has a feature where if I do that gesture with my mouse, it assumes I'm trying to find my cursor and it makes it huge for a second. That's funny. Okay, so we're at 28 cards here. We need to cut 4 cards. I think I'd be comfortable running 16 lands on this. This is a pretty tight deck. So we need to cut like 4 more cards. All of our 3-drops are really good. This is a good problem to have, but it is still a problem. Man, are we in a place where I'm actually thinking we're going to cut the Cindering Cutthroat? I kind of think so. You don't always have Menace. Whew. All right. The worst of a bunch of like pretty good cards. I think that's fine. Tyrio says, I believe it doesn't stop getting larger if you keep shaking the mouse. Oh, it did get bigger again. Yeah. Okay. That's not exactly what we're supposed to be doing here, but that's fun. I'm entertained by that. Okay. I think, I do think the Whisker Quill Scribe is the worst of our remaining 2-drops. Life Creed Duo is just, you gain 1 life. I mean, it's a bat and a bird, which is not a mouse or a rabbit. I mean, we don't have any rabbit tribal stuff. It's not a mouse, though. It will get a bonus from Valley Quest Caller because it does affect birds. It's hard to cut the evasion creatures, right? This is the place I always get to where I'm like 3 cuts away from a functional deck, and I'm like, what do you do? What do you even do at this point? I think maybe we were cutting the Fountain Port Bell. I'm always a little reluctant to cut a cheap thing that draws a card because I'm like, oh, at the very worst, this is the next card down the deck for 2 mana. But The next card down the deck, like 2 mana is kind of a turn in this in this deck. I'm gonna cut the Fountain Port Bell. Ruthless. Is it the Life Creed Duo? I will say the Life Creed Duo will give us probably a fairly significant amount of life over the course of a game. And like, you know, a late game, as far as like late game 2-drops go, if you're going to draw a 2-drop in the late game, you want it to have evasion. I do think it's the Whisker Quill Scribe, and I think probably we stop cutting 2s. And so the last cut is like a Frilled Spark Shooter or one of the 3-drops. Or is it Veteran Guard Mouse? I'm gonna cut a Spark Shooter. I'm like cutting us closer to the ground here. Like, that's okay. Hold on, let me do that. I like my sideboard in a little thing below the deck. So like this is 24 and 16, right? Let's go get our lands. I do intend to play these lands. Well, actually, like Uncharted Haven comes into play tapped. Do we need that? It's not super likely to tangle things up, and you know you do have a double white and a double red. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. We'll hope that that's. I think it's more likely to fix things than it is to break them, I guess is what I'll say. And then it's suggesting that we play 9 plains and 5 mountains along with this. I think that's probably a little hot on the white. Not very much. All of our 2-drops are white. Take out the trash and Playful Shove are a little are not things that we necessarily need to be playing on 2. I am gonna tone it down a little bit. Let's play 8/6 instead, and then we have the Uncharted Haven as a 7th red or a 9th white, whatever it needs to be that game. I feel comfortable playing a double red card on 5 off of 7 red sources, I think. The one thing I'm still kind of back and forth on is like, is it Life Creed Duo? Does Life Creed Duo come out to put one of our other 2-drops back in? I like an evasion creature, you know? Call me old school. I do not balk at a 1-power flying creature for 2 necessarily. It does not hold a sword particularly well because our sword does make it not an evasion creature. It's hard to buff it, but it does at least get the bonus from Life Creed Duo. Or it does at least get the bonus from Valley Quest Caller, if that's relevant. It's like, do I like, you know, Coruscation Mage better? What would it be? If we were to put something back in for that, it would be like Steam Path Charger, or it'd probably be Coruscation Mage. I don't know. I'm going to stop messing with it. I'm going to do it like this. My guess is that Amabel's been done for like 10 minutes because Amabel's always done faster than I am. So I think what I'm going to do here is just call it like that. So I'm going to take us back to the cave for just a moment here, y'all, as we move to get this set up. Hey there. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I am entering the deck into the other thing right now.
Okay.
Sorry. I know I always take forever.
That's okay.
I was fighting with the viewers about what should make the deck.
I didn't have help, so I'm gonna blame my inevitable loss on that.
Yeah,
on
I
the
think that's
advantage
fair.
you had.
That's fair.
You know, because I think of the two of us, you look at who's the more skilled and experienced Magic player. Obviously, you deserve the help and handicap.
Yeah, no, that makes
I
sense. So I have a new player ID on account of the new, you know, being a different machine and everything.
Okay, well, I'll need to pin this. Eventually, I'll remember to do that.
So Kafir says, it always helped me more to think what I will be playing against rather than what my overall plan is. That is a thing that we generally do not have the luxury of in Limited. We don't have any idea what our opponent's playing, right? Like, aside from they will be Bloomborough cards. So we do have to kind of just like, all we have to go on is our own game plan.
Oh, I'm on the play. Great.
You're on the play. All right, let me bring the viewers back in here. Whoosh. All right, so here's our first hand. Amabel is on the play here, and I am thinking that this is probably not a keeper on account of the one land and everything. I will say, if we did keep, it's not too hard to draw into Carrot Cake, and then from there, scry and maybe get some more stuff, but we're going to mulligan that. This is so much more, well, it's not, you know what, we're on the draw. This is a keeper. We're on the draw. This is a keeper. So we're going to put, I think, probably this back on the bottom. As we mulligan once, we must return one card to the bottom of the deck before play. This thing is making noises because I haven't used it on this machine yet. Sounds, let's cut the sounds down to, maybe like 10%. Okay. So this is TCG Arena. This is the website that we've been using to do the actual playing of the cards. One thing that is a little bit of a bummer about TCG Arena, I'll just go ahead and warn you now, is that it always shows the most recent printing of a card. So some of our cards will not have quite the same art that they had in the Draftmancer view, but it's all the same stuff mechanically. Anyway, Amabel, it is your turn,
ready?
And I am ready to go.
Mountain.
So
Your turn.
Plays a mountain and passes. I was kind of hoping to draw like something different than that. All right, we got to plains and pass. It's fine. We got so many 2-drops. We're just going to top something. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, Amabel.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see the most recent released Magic set was a Marvel Superheroes thing, so that's why you can see Wakanda in the background of this plains.
Oh, is that Wundagore Mountain for me?
Yeah, probably.
That's dumb. That's so dumb.
Got a Whisker Quill Scribe. I'm not a big fan of the outside IP sets either, but it is what it is. Okay, so you got a Whisker Quill Scribe. You are also playing white-red, and thus presumably mice. We seem to have maybe pulled some pools that have some things in common.
I swing for 2.
I'm gonna take 2. I have no response to that swing, and then you're gonna not play a land, and you're gonna concede. Then you're gonna buy me a cupcake.
That's not accurate. No.
Lana the Witch says, experience has taught me that if you need a specific card, you just need to yell top deck as you're drawing it. Interesting.
Okay. Let me play this card. All right.
Rough shot duo. All right. Well, here's the thing. I do have a mountain. I'm less enthused about my hand than I was before. Yeah, you being on the play and me being afraid to mulligan down into a more aggressive hand may be what determines this game, honestly. All right, well, I hate to play a Seedglaive Mentor into a situation where I'm not immediately swinging with it, but I do think that's what's happening here.
Okay.
Because I think you'll trade. But I feel bad about that. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. My man has haste. I'm swinging.
I take 3.
Okay. There we go. Rewarded. This is the biggest problem with me, is I've never in life been punished for any of my behavior. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a world where that was true?
No.
Me neither.
No. Fuck it. All right. Fudge it. Okay. I swing for 7.
When this guy becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time each turn, exile the top card of your library until end of turn. You may play that card until end of this turn, which is somewhat unusual.
Yeah.
You're getting me for 7. I'm going to take 7. That's what I thought. I didn't think you had anything else. We're going to play Fountain Port. And then I'm going to play Intrepid Rabbit with the Offspring cost.
Okay.
So both of the Intrepid Rabbit triggers are targeting the Seaglaive Mentor, of course. So he's getting +1/+1 from this man coming into play, and +1/+1 from this child coming into play. And then he's also getting his own Valiant bonus, which puts a +1/+1 counter on him.
So you're swinging for
And then
6?
I will swing, 6 points of vigilance here.
I will take 6.
And I will pass to you. We're keeping up. We're doing it.
Okay. All right. I would like to draw some of my cards. Is what I would like.
Yeah, I hear that. So you have this like mono red mice thing going on. I've never seen Emberheart Challenger before. This is a cool guy.
All
The
right.
art
I
is
play Builder's Talent, creating a
Okay.
wall.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh, that was a non-creature spell. So my Emberheart Challenger is +1/+1. Target of a spell or ability I control for the first time this turn.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that did trigger your prowess. So yeah, your challenger is 3/3.
Okay. Is that is the prowess? Is it an ability? Is it a target of its own ability, or is that?
No, there's no the word target would have to be in the text of the ability.
Okay. Can't expend 4 if I don't have 4 land.
That's true. It is harder to satisfy your raccoons if you don't get to your 4th land.
Do I swing? I got the +1/+1. But your guy's a 4/3. Your guy's a 4/3.
He is a 4/3 now.
I swing with these two.
Okay, you're coming across. Well,
Do you take 6?
I am going to block.
Okay.
I think I'm going to block the Roughshod duo with the Intrepid Rabbit and let the Emberheart Challenger through.
Okay, so you take 3 damage, and then these two things kill each other.
I'm going to take 4, actually, because the Roughshod duo does trample over for 1.
Okay.
My guy only has 2 toughness. We'll trade down. Okay. I'm going to play Uncharted Haven for red in this case.
Okay.
And then play another mentor. I'm going to take the opportunity here, I think, to swing with Seaglaive Mentor for 4. It is vigilant.
I'll block with my wall.
Okay. Get a little crunch. Let's make a carrot cake, for which I will tap. Yeah, let's tap this. Okay, I'm going to make a carrot cake. So when this comes into play, it produces a rabbit, and I also scry one. Oh, I think we're probably putting that on the bottom. Yeah, let's put that to the bottom. And then I will pass the turn.
Yeah.
What?
If they don't give me a land, I'm gonna scoop.
Yeah, well, if they don't give you a land, I'm going to kill you, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, that's
Not to put too fine a point on it, I do love you, as you well know, but.
yeah.
You are in a difficult position.
Yeah.
Did you keep 3 lands, or was it?
I kept 3 lands. I
Ah,
assumed I would draw a land at some point.
yeah, that's pretty bad luck.
No. See, I'm trying to figure out, like, do I swing? It seems like a bad situation to be swinging in, but if I don't swing, you just get more stuff on the table, and I'm not getting. I guess I get another body on the table. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play this man.
More Whisker Quill.
And you know what? I will advance my builder's talent.
Okay.
For what little it's worth. And then that's my turn, I think.
All right. At the end of your turn, I'm gonna pay to tap sack the carrot cake. So I will gain 3 life and also create a rabbit and also scry 1.
That's miserable.
You know, in this situation, I think that's probably a fine card to take up. All right. So, awful lot of 3/2s over there across the table.
Yeah.
Let's start by swinging with the Seedglaive Mentor.
Okay. So right now is a 4/3.
It is a 4/3.
I will. Do you have tricks?
I only have 5 mana and 4 cards, so the likelihood of a trick, I mean,
Is high. I'm gonna block, but I don't know. Well, do I need to? I want to get rid of your guy.
Sure, I can understand that.
But I don't know if no, I will take the damage. Maybe this is so it's 4.
It's 4.
Okay.
I want to play a roughshod duo and leave up white and red here. And pass the turn.
Oh, thank goodness I got.
Okay, 4th land.
Okay. So...
What do we got? Is it time for a sick bomb rare?
Not. That's a little rare. Is
Okay. You seem uncomfortable with all the words I'm saying.
I have.
Okay,
I mean,
it's a
man.
3/3 with evasion. That's certainly a good card.
Then I pass because I don't feel like a swing is just feeding stuff to your Seedglaive Mentor at this point.
It does seem a little bit like that. Speaking of Seedglaive Mentor, think it's about time we play Seedglaive Mentor.
God damn it!
And then I think I'm going to tap my Uncharted Haven for red to play Warsqueak on my Seedglaive Mentor because he doesn't have enough haste yet. When it enters, first of all, it's triggering his Valiant, and secondly, when it enters, target creature can't block this turn. It's going to be the Seed Pod Squire, as you might imagine.
Okay.
That also is Expend 4. I played a 3 and a 1. So Roughshod Duo is going to give itself +1/+1 in trample.
Okay.
And then I'm going to swing with the Roughshod Duo and the 2 Seedglaive Mentors.
How much damage is coming across then?
That's a 4/3 and a 4/3 and a 5/4. So 13.
Okay. The 5/3 is the new Seedglaive Mentor.
Yes. The 5/4.
The 5/4.
Although
That's
in this situation, those numbers are not super different.
That's a 4/3 over there. Okay. I'm going to block with one of the Whisker Squill scribes the Roughshod Duo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna block the big Seedglaive Mentor with the other Whisker Squill and the Emberheart Challenger.
Okay. So you're taking 4 and then a trample over for 2. I should absolutely have attacked with everybody. It's definitely like a huge error on my part not to have attacked with everybody.
Yeah, the 4 and then 2
Okay.
trample, yeah.
So this guy has perished. Yeah, I don't know. My brain, I'll tell you what happened there. My brain was still stuck in like this is an extension of the previous turn strategy, but the thing there was to swing with everybody, obviously.
Oh, right. The Roughshod Duo had +1/+1.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, God. Okay. No, I scoop. I can't. I never got the cards I needed to do anything.
That's fair, but I just chose not to swing correctly because I'm a bad. So
that's okay. You already won. You don't need to win harder.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
No, you're not trying.
But,
love you.
My heart.
You are my heart.
You know, I'll keep this. I think this is all right. It's a little weird, but it's all right. You good?
Yep.
All right. We're on the play. Go ahead. What a moment to draw this. Well, I mean, it's fine. We want the thing anyway. We're going carrot cake. A friend and a scry. In this moment, this card is going to the bottom of the deck. Go ahead.
Emperor Challenger with haste.
Whoa.
It swings for 2.
Who could have foreseen this? I take 2. All right. Well, I mean, I may as well swing for 1. I'm not going to block with the thing. All right. And then I'm going to pay 3 mana for Flowerfoot Swordmaster with Offspring.
Not a fan of that.
And pass.
Yeah.
Look at how tiny his Offspring. So small, this Offspring.
I swing for 2.
You have correctly judged that I am not interested in doing combat with your man.
Good. That means this guy gets a +1/+1 counter on
It does mean that. The other thing about that guy is that he is going in the garbage.
That makes me sad that you did that.
And then I'll swing for 3.
I'll take 3.
How's that race going?
I mean, it's not going great.
I do love to play some mice. I feel very at home in white-red. Okay, Teapot Slinger. Sure.
I swing for 2.
I will take the 2. At the end of your turn, tap and sack carrot cake.
Yeah.
So I'll get a rabbit, I'll get 3 life, I'll get a scry. I love the utility of carrot cake. This is... I'm going to take this. So... don't think we're here yet. I think where we are is somewhere around here. Let's go, because it really is a race so far.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this only affects mice, though.
You have a couple of those.
Yeah. I might do something kind of unorthodox here.
Pass the turn? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, just scoop. Yeah, for sure. You know what? To be perfectly honest with you, I love carrot cake so much. This is probably stupid. I'm gonna play Season of the Burrow, and I'm choosing 3 and 1 twice, targeting the carrot cake with the 3.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make 2 rabbit tokens, and then we're gonna return the carrot cake to play, which is going to make a rabbit token and also give me a scry.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's going to stay on the top of the deck, that one. And then I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. I'm putting your Flowerfoot
Ooh.
Swordmaster
Okay.
in my coyote.
Yeah, sure.
Get in this coyote. Let's just give him a
coyote.
counter.
Give. Get all up in that coyote.
And because I expended 4 to cast that, you take 2 damage.
Oh, you did indeed. Great slinging, Teapot Man.
Okay, and because your guy was the target of that spell, your mouse
No,
gets
Valiant
+1.
only triggers on spells abilities I control.
Oh, you control. It does say that. Okay.
Yeah. I get my man back if I get rid of your coyote, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. No big deal.
You're my 4 or 5 coyote.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't think we can handle a 4 or 5?
I swing for 5.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
You fool.
Is it a
It's your
ninja?
turn. Shit, what animal would be a ninja in this format?
I mean,
Would it be a squirrel?
there's lots of rat ninjas in Kamigawa. They're very good.
Okay.
At it. So I'm gonna play Valley Quest Caller.
Oh shit, that's good.
And then we're gonna War Squeak on my Flowerfoot Swordmaster offspring, making your coyote unable to block.
Yeah, okay.
And we're gonna go like this.
Yeah. All right, how much damage is it? Am I dead?
It is 13.
All right.
And then I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
What do you want to do on the stream today, Amabel? I don't know. How about I kick your ass in front of your viewers and humiliate you because you don't know how to play this game? Love you.
I love you too.
All right.
It is a lot of quest calling to be done.
All right. Put this man out here. And this man out as well, which means you take 2 damage.
I do indeed. Oh. You actually took 1 more damage than I forgot that the Flowerfoot Swordmaster gave himself +1/+0 when I played War Squeak on him. Sorry.
All right, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right.
At the end of your turn, I'm gonna pay to sacrifice the carrot cake.
Yeah, you get another token, sure. Then I lose.
I scry 1 twice. We're gonna bottom that and then scry 1 the second time. We'll keep that. Yeah, I think you probably do lose.
Yeah, okay.
Because here's Seed Glaive.
Yeah, no, I mean you have enough already.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start on the play this last time.
All right.
I think I just don't have a deck that works. Is the problem?
I mean, it doesn't seem like wow. That's actually 0 lands. It doesn't seem like your deck doesn't work. I think my deck is quite good. I'll keep this. Boy, what am I?
Fuck.
What am I putting on the bottom with this? I hate to do this. This feels crazy, but like, is it this? Because if we find the land,
yeah.
This is
I'm sorry. I had to mulligan 4 times to get any cards with land in them.
Oh. How many land are you playing?
17. The right number of land. I'm going. If you don't mind, I'm going to scoop.
Yeah,
you won the match.
Okay, let's. Yeah.
But let's do one more just for shits and giggles.
Okay. So here's the question: like, we could play this hand, but it's maybe slow. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna trust the deck. The thing is that when you trust the deck trusts you back. That's been my experience. Except not, actually. If that were true, I would have won some PTQs in my day. And I definitely didn't. Do you like how I always talk about my day like I'm a grizzled veteran?
Yes. It's my favorite thing that you do.
In the long ago, back when I was a tournament grinder. Holy crow. Okay, well. Go ahead. Turns out, kind of a slow draw. Amabel.
Yeah.
That card is so good. I feel like I'll also have one. Go ahead. What do you think?
Swing?
I'll take it. You know what? Maybe this is foolishness, but I'll take it. Because I don't think you have a 4-drop. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you would have played it before combat, right? No, you have stuff going on.
I'm learning.
You have thoughts. You have plans. Well, I'm going to play a veteran guard mouse.
Okay.
And now my roughshod duo is giving itself +1/+1 and trample until end of turn. And am I just swinging? Am I just also swinging? Racing. How does racing work? Do I win if we race? Fuck it. Let's do it. Swing for 4.
I take 4.
All right. In the long, long ago, a man named Mike Flores wrote an article titled "Who's the Beatdown?" Which discusses the concept that in any game, it is much more to one player's benefit to play aggressively than the other, and that one of the main ways that people lose games of Magic in tournaments is by misidentifying the beatdown. And it's a thing that can shift from moment to moment, but misidentifying the beatdown, playing the wrong role, and getting sort of swept aside by the tide of the game. I could tell you that there is one year where I missed top 8ing states because of a misidentification of the beatdown, because I acted as the beatdown when I was not, and ended up in, I believe, 9th. Frustrating. And I'm definitely feeling some of that here.
Okay. I'm playing T-Bot Slinger.
Okay. Big raccoons.
That is expending 4, so Roughshod Duos put in the +1/+1 and trample on the Frilled Sharpshooter.
Okay.
Who then is swinging for 5, but he has Menace.
And he has
can't
Menace,
block
so what am I
anything.
going to do about it? I'll tell you what I'm going to do about it. Suck and die. That's how I usually get down.
You're still alive.
You say that.
And you use more tongue rather than sucking, I think.
Amabel Holland.
What?
My mother might be watching.
That's not correct.
I told her how. She's probably not.
Yeah, but I've seen her try to use the
I'm
computer.
Mabel, heir to Cragflame.
Fuck you! You can't play me.
I'm gonna produce a Cragflame.
Ah.
And then we're gonna pay 2 to equip my Cragflame onto this veteran guard mouse.
Yeah, no, you got an awesome pool. Okay.
Yeah, my pool's pretty good.
My
when
pool
veteran
is
guard
not.
mouse becomes the target of an ability I control for the first time this turn, it gets +1/+0 and first strike, and I scry 1.
Things. Okay.
I'm making sure the audience knows why I'm looking at my deck. We're gonna bottom that. And then I'm gonna swing with this guy because he has vigilance now. So he is a 4/5/6/5. Or wait, sorry, he's a.
He's swinging for how much?
Hold on. He's a 4/5 from Mabel, +1/+0 from his ability, making him 5/5, +1/+1 from Cragflame. He is a 6/6 vigilance, trample haste. First strike.
Well.
And he is likely to get something accomplished.
6/6 trample haste first strike. Man, I hate to do this, but I double block.
Sweetie.
Oh, he's flying. He's valiant.
He's not flying. He has first strike.
Right.
Double blocking is
Right.
a thing you're
Okay,
allowed to do, but it would.
I take 6.
Okay.
Okay. I forgot about the first. There's so many.
Go ahead.
This game's complicated.
It is.
And also, it stopped giving me the land cards I need.
I do
So
notice
I
that
can't-
you are short a color, which probably is not.
Yeah. Okay, so I can't do that because I can't take care of that. Shit. Okay.
I'm going to try to look up a
What?
rules question real quick here.
That. All right. I'm going to play this Might of the Meek, giving +1 in trample to the frilled sharpshooter.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw a card. Hey, all right.
It's just if you control a mouse, you get the +1/+1. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool cheap card draw. Hey, it's Seedpod Squire.
Okay.
I do think Seedpod Squire is a great guy. So that's a high quality comment right there.
Oh, and I expended 4, so you're taking 2 damage.
Oh, true story. Teapot Slinger continuing
And
to slay.
I get +1 and trample on something.
So the frilled spark shooter is at this moment 5/4 with trample
5/4 with trample
and menace.
You know what? I'll put the +1/+1 on him, so that makes him a 6/5
trample menace.
Yeah.
Sure.
I swing with my 2 menace guys.
Yeah. It's harsh for sure. I'm gonna double block the spark shooter, I think. With
Okay.
the guard mouse and the roughshod duo.
Okay. I'm gonna pile all the damage on the guard mouse.
Okay. And I am taking 3. It's an intimidating attack.
Yeah.
It's a lot of beef. All right, let's play a mountain. I'm a little worried about the 3/3 flyer, given the situation. I'm sure you can understand. We're going to play Intrepid Rabbit with the offspring cost.
Okay.
We're going to give +1/+1. Does it make sense to... Because you have 6 power right now. So it's going to be +3/+3 in total. So... No, it's going to be +4. Okay, yeah. So I'm targeting Mabel with both of the Intrepid Rabbit triggers.
Okay.
And then also the Roughshod Duo trigger, because with Offspring, that guy costs 4.
Okay.
So Mabel is 6/6 now. And then I'm going to pay the equip cost of Cragflame. So now she is 7/7 Vigilance Trample, and I will swing with her.
I will take 7.
Okay. Maybe I should have gone with the Roughshod Duo too. I don't know. In any case, I'm passing the turn. Because you would have had to block, but you would have just blocked with your Roughshod Duo. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right play was there. I do feel like I'm playing a little bit conservatively.
That electricity. I do 6 damage
sure.
to Mabel. You're a 7/7 though?
No, Mabel's a 4/4.
Oh, because that's just the end of
A
turn.
lot of that
Okay.
stuff was temporary. Yeah.
And 2 damage to the
To the
rabbit token.
Yeah. That's not bad.
And because I expended 4, take 2 damage, please.
Yeah.
And then I add +1 and trample onto the teapot slinger.
Yeah, no, I do believe that you
I'm
have
swinging for
killed
10.
me. Yeah, and the seed pod squire triggers.
Oh yeah. I'll give the +1 to. I guess to the teapot slinger.
Okay, I don't think it matters, right? There's literally no block that saves me.
Yeah.
If I put both my creatures in on the teapot slinger, I'm lethal from the duo of the seed pod squire, and if I don't, then I'm lethal from the teapot slinger and the seed pod squire. So, yeah, that's just a kill.
Hey,
that was a good time for some electricity.
I would hold into that card for so long, waiting to have the mana to play it, and then the turn when I actually drew the card, I had spent the mana, so I didn't have the mana to play it.
So last turn, if I had played the roughshod duo, or if I had swung with the roughshod duo, you would have had to have blocked to not die. I don't know. It might have been enough to turn the game around because it's close, but good work. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
happens once in a while. Would you mind looking at my deck before we do another or whatever?
No, that's cool. Yeah, we can do that. We can do a little
So
deck
I'm gonna
analysis with
show
Amabel.
you my deck,
Yeah.
and you can tell me how this is.
Pop this out here, and there we go. Okay.
I did not feel like I had any finishers, really.
Well, I mean, you have 2 seed pod squires.
Yeah.
Oh wow, a Starfall Invocation. Pair of Banishing Lights, a Crumb and get it. Yo, weren't you talking shit about this deck like a second ago? This deck seems great.
I lost the match. 3-0.
You did lose the match. I'm not gonna, but
I only won the trial, the bonus game that doesn't count.
But I think this is a very good deck. So yeah, you're 23 and 17. Okay, so I will say it's weird, kind of like it's kind of like Mouse Raccoon mid range. You don't quite have any of the aggressive mouse stuff happening.
Yeah, there's not like
you don't have any rabbit stuff happening. But
yeah,
it is just like it is guys who are just like they're just big and tough enough to be a real problem. Couple of decent removal spells, some like premium removal here with the Banishing Light, and Drift Gloom Coyote is great. Yeah, this deck is rad.
I don't think I ever played any of the Thistledown players. They never.
Yeah, none of the Thistledown players ever came up. Again, those guys are like.
And I only included 3 of them.
A problem. You have 4 of them in your pool. That's very funny. Ooh, okay. So I did see.
Okay, yeah. What did I do wrong?
I do see an Agate Assault at the bottom of your. Boy, that card's good.
Right. That was in there for a long time, and then I thought I needed to cut a card, right? And I thought all these cards are, as far as removal goes, Conducting Electricity is better than Agate Assault.
Well,
Starfall Invocation is good.
Electricity gets more done. It also does cost 5. That's not a small difference.
Yeah. And I figured I have the 2 Banishing Lights for exiling, so like that's
one thing I'll say is that I don't feel like it necessarily plays super well with your deck being an awkward 3-cost creature, and you don't really have all that many non-creature spells to make it exciting. Like, I would consider. Before I would cut the Agate Assault, I would cut the Tempest Angler. And to be perfectly honest with you, maybe the Builder's Talent?
Yeah, the Builder's Talent wasn't
The Builder's
great.
Talent is just an 0-4 wall, right? Like, I guess the idea is that you're getting benefit off of it when you play your Banishing Lights, but you don't have enough of that stuff going on for it to be very compelling.
Yeah, the one game when I got to play it, I never got to 5 mana, where I could then do the last thing and get. I think my roughshod duo when my roughshod duo's out of the graveyard.
Non-creature.
Oh, non-creature. Oh yeah, no, this card
Non-creature,
sucks.
non-land permanent. Yeah, it's pretty much just referring to artifacts and enchantments. Although
I
the way it's
I
worded,
don't
I
have
suppose it would
those.
also apply to a planeswalker.
I don't
or
have
something.
any of those.
You do.
Yeah,
You
no,
have
this
Banishing
card's-
Light.
Oh, that is an enchantment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So like as
that
a way to play a Banishing Light out of the graveyard, I guess it's kind of interesting, but I definitely don't think it's very good.
All right. So, do you want to do another pool then? Is that what we're doing? Or
I would love to
what's
do
up?
another pool if you are up for it.
Yeah. What set do you want to do?
All right, y'all. We're gonna do one more, and we're gonna vary up the tone significantly because part of what I think is great about Magic is the sort of like the breadth of the different the breadth of the tones and stuff. So to really get into the breadth of tones, I mean, do you want to do a Duskmourn? We could do a Duskmourn. We could do an Ether Drift. I mean, I kind of want to do a Duskmourn if that's okay with you.
I chose this one, so you can choose. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay? Duskmourn's cool.
Yeah.
So Magic takes place over a wide variety of different tones and settings and vibes. That one
Okay.
was, like we said, very Redwall, very sort of mouse guard. This next one's going to be different than that. Welcome
Duskmourn
to
is in fact the very next set.
It is. Yeah, it came out right after.
That's yeah.
Welcome
so you
to
go ahead and mute your.
Duskmourn, the haunted house set. It's sort of got like an 80s horror movie vibe, which I think is very fun. So we are muting ourselves to Amabel. We are accidentally clicking past our rares. Listen, we don't need to look at the rares. We should definitely look at our rares. What do we get? We got this. The beginning of your second main phase, if this critter is tapped, reveal the top X cards of your library where X is its power. Put creature and or vehicle cards with different powers from among them into your hand. Yo, that's card draw. Well, that's exciting. I love a 4/4 for 4 that draws me cards. And granted, it has to get tapped and survive being tapped in some way, but something tells me we can make that happen in green-white. I bet that we can come up with a manifestation. Hold on, let me pull all of our cards together. So let's have a quick look at everything. So, like I said, it's kind of a horror movie thing. This character obviously is pretty Ghostbustery in vibe. What else do we have here that's kind of weird? I clicked accidentally around the rare box, and so here's another rare. Razorkin Needlehead. First strike during your turn, whenever an opponent draws a card, Razorkin Needlehead does damage to them. That's fun. What a fun guy. So that's double red, unfortunately. That's a little aggressive on the cost, but yeah, that's compelling for sure. We have an abandoned doll, creepy doll, spooky doll. Deals X damage to each opponent. You gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. Sure, I could see how that would be fun. One of the big mechanics of this set is these room enchantments. So you can cast either half of them, and then they go down on the table with that half active. And during at a later time, you can cast the other half of them. Effectively, you can pay the cost of the other half to also unlock that, which is pretty cool. And some of them are pretty powerful. I think this one is fine, but there are some that are really, really cool. Do we have 3 copies of that? Yes, and then a hospital room here, which I think is a little bit better. We got ourselves a flashlight, magic flashlight. Robin says, I'm just hearing a jumble of words right now. I want to think it's because I've never played this, not that I'm having a stroke. That's probably a funny joke, but if there is something wrong with the audio, do please tell me, because we are on new equipment and I don't know. Demonic Council. Search your library for a demon, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Instead, just search your library for any card. Hey, that's not bad. Depending on how easy it is for your deck to achieve delirium. It can be a little tricky. We got some pyroclasms. They just put pyroclasm in the set, so that's good for certain kinds of decks. Got ourselves a Manifest Dread. So this is a critical mechanic of this set. There's a lot of cards that manifest dread. You look at the top 2 cards of your library, you put one face down as a 2/2 and the other one into your graveyard. And if the face down card is a creature, you can pay its mana cost to turn it face up. So it's kind of like a weird take on Morph. I think it's super great and fun. The fact that you put the other card into your graveyard really helps to achieve Delirium, and also it's just very spooky. It's a very spooky thing. Here's a bite spell, but you can bite the opponent with cards from your hand instead of just creatures that are in play, which I think makes it, listen, bite spells don't need to be any better than they usually are, but this one is better. We have 2 copies of that. Our green looks very fun. We don't have any cheap green creatures, which is a shame, but we have some good stuff going on in our green. I see the next column already. Here's a living phone. We got some spooky apparitions. We have a Fear of Imposters. 3/2 flash. When this enters, counter target spell, but its controller manifests dread. So they don't get that spell, but they do get some other thing off the top of their deck. Man, I love Manifest Dread. What a fun mechanic. We're not gonna play this card. I love Manifest Dread too much to let my opponent do it. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, this guy gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I guess that's okay on a 2/3 for 3. Not exciting. Whenever a face-down permanent you control enters, and whenever this or another permanent you control is turned face up, put a +1/+1 counter on this guy, so obviously big Manifest Dread payoff there. Fun with ways to manifest. We got a Hauntwood Shrieker. A 3/3 for 3, and whenever it attacks, Manifest Dread. And for 1 in a green, you can just turn your stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, this card. Well, we're certainly playing green. We also have a Spine Seeker Centipede, which mana fixes you when it comes into play. And if you have Delirium, it's a 3/3 Vigilance. But mana fixing creature for 3, pretty much always going to make my deck. If it's a 1/1, it's pretty much always going to make my deck. I love to mana fix because I love to play too many colors. That's one of my favorite things about Magic. Sacrifice a creature or enchantment, put a +1/+1 counter on Sawblade Skin Ripper. So there's a lot of ability to sacrifice enchantments in this set, in addition to the rooms, many of which just kind of have an effect and then they're done, right? Once you've done both halves of this, there's no reason it needs to live in play. This set also has a number of creatures who are themselves enchantments. So something like sacrifice an enchantment is much more viable in this format than it would be in many. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrificed 1 or more permanents this turn, it deals that much damage to any target. Yo, that's a good Magic card. What a good Magic card. We're definitely seeing some wild stuff here. Wherever an enchantment you control enters the battlefield, and whenever you fully unlock a room, surveil 2 if this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn. Or each opponent discards a card if it's the second, or put a creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield if it's the third. Wow, okay. That's fun. It doesn't feel to me terribly likely that we would ever trigger the third part of this, right? You'd have to play 3 enchantments in a turn. And I guess you could get there as cheap as 6 mana, right? But that's pretty unrealistic. That guy seems he's a 3/3 for 3. Yeah. I think sometimes you're going to get that Surveil too, and you're going to think it's totally fine. If this guy's tapped, put a +1/+1. Okay, so another good survival creature in green-white. Oh, this is a Binding Light. This is a one of the classic white jail enchantments. Definitely want to be playing these. A blue room. That's pretty good. So we're talking about green-white, right? We have this greenhouse / rickety gazebo. Rickety gazebo is getting you some cards. Probably some lands. We have a pair of murders. That's interesting. What's this white room over here? Creature spells you cast have convoke. Wow. And untap each creature you control during each other player's untap step is very fun. That's a good card. So I'm kind of wondering if we maybe want to be trying to do like, maybe it's like a green-black splashing white kind of thing. Because I'm just thinking like 2 murders. Murder's a very good magic card. Like, what if you murdered a guy? Right? But our white is pretty good. Oh, destroy target non-land permanent. Also pretty good as far as magic cards go. There's a lot of enchantments in this format that it's worth destroying, so it's nice to have the option. And a couple of Fear of Immobilities. Tap up to 1 target creature. If an opponent controls that creature, you put a stun counter on it, which prevents it from untapping once. Bashful Beastie. When it dies, manifest dread. So you have a 5 power, 5 mana creature that then does another creature. It's just so much of our stuff is so fucking crazy. Okay, well. We gotta play the black, right? We had to play the black and the green and the white. I think that's where we're at, is we just have to play the black and the green and the white. Can we do it? Of course we can. Of course we can. Why would you ask? Exile a creature you control to cast this, and then when this comes into play, exile target creature an opponent controls, and then when it leaves the battlefield, it puts the cards back into their owner's hands. And it's a dragon. It's a 5/5 flyer, and that's what a dragon is like. We have 2 swamp cyclers, so we can pay 2 and discard this card to search our library for a swamp, which really makes the color fixing easier. We got a forest cycler, who's also a 7/6 trampler. We had 2 of those. And we have a Vile Mutilator, which is a man who's so big and ridiculous. It feels illegal. It feels illegal to be this kind of man. Okay, let's take out the red and the blue. Let's just go, nope, I don't want it in 2 rows. It was fine before. Lots of fun cards in red. Didn't look at our blue too closely, and there is some cool stuff in it. But we're definitely playing some mixture of these green and white and black cards. Let me go ahead and drop out the red multicolored cards as well. We're not playing with those. What do we have as far as mana fixing goes? We have a lot of red dual lands. So we have 4 dual lands, none of which produce 2 of the colors we're thinking about. All right, let's get all these lands out of here. We're not thinking about these lands. And then we have dissection tools, which I think is amazing. Glimmerlight, which is pretty good. It's a creature token, and Friendly Teddy, which draws my opponent a card, and I don't like that very much. We're gonna for the moment cut the Teddy. I don't know what our main colors are yet. We're going to try to parse this out here. I mean, it looks to me like the green comes in a little bit late, but the problem is that our best color fixing is in green, right? Like the Spineseeker Centipede, you can't splash your color fixing. You have to be able to access it reliably. The heck are you? At the beginning of your end step, if there are 4 or more card types among the cards in your graveyard, each opponent may sacrifice a non-land opponent or a non-land permanent or draw a card, discard a card. Then this deals damage equal to its power to each opponent who didn't do that. Okay. And the fact that it has lifelink is significant, right? Because that means that we are potentially gaining the life off of it twice. All right, well, my intention here, like, we don't have a lot of good early black. I do think this guy's pretty good. I think Bale Merc Leech is extremely whatever. This is a totally fine bear. Fear of Surveillance, on the other hand, I think is pretty great. It's pretty top-notch. It's a 2/2 Vigilance for 2, which surveils you all the time. But if we go black-green instead, splashing the white in, that gives us early Appendage Amalgams, which are almost as good. The Vigilance does matter. it's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, it's like it's so much easier to play the black off of these spectral snatchers. But I guess you know what this does is it makes it easier to splash. So okay, let's cut the black elements that we wouldn't play if we weren't splashing. First of all, I just don't. Falcovoth's Faithful is actually not that bad. I was like 1 mana 1/1s. What do these do? But they do put cards from your graveyard into play. And I don't hate that. Let's cut one of them. Given to violence is just a combat trick. We have combat tricks in green. Well, we'll be fine. This is a tutor. Man, that's pretty good. Cracked Skull is an enchantment. When it enters, look at target player's hand. You can take a card out of it, and then it makes the creature explode if it ever takes damage. I mean, that's a removal spell. But it's a little slow and clunky, and we have like a lot of removal that just does the thing when we say the thing should be done. Turn target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely playing all of our land cyclers, I'll tell you that. So I think Cracked Skull probably doesn't make it. It's not a bad card necessarily, but it's not as good as the rest of our cards. This really has to be treated as a creature. That is a green 2-drop creature. So I wouldn't be playing either of these in a deck where I'm just splashing black. Horrid Vigor is Death Touch and Indestructible is a pretty good combat trick in my opinion. Glimmerlight is basically a 2-mana creature. It's not a very good one, but technically Grand Entryway is a 2-mana creature. I mean, are we playing our Grand Entryways? Is that what's happening? I do think that we're keeping the Surgical Suite and the Hospital Room in. Hospital Room is very strong. If we're just splashing the black, I don't think I would necessarily run any of those cards. What's Living Phone do? It's a 2/1 for 3. When it dies, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can get a creature with power 2 or less from among them and put it into your hand. That does not describe very many of our cards. Even our cheap creatures are often not creatures, so I think Living Phone's pretty bad in our deck. But I don't think this is a terrible swath of 3-mana creatures, to be perfectly honest with you. It does seem like we're maybe, if we're doing things this way, we're maybe like a kind of a mid-game stompy green deck in a lot of ways, and I think that's fine. When this enters, each player discards a card. If you discarded a card this way, draw a card. So 4-mana 2/2 that takes a card from your opponent and lets you cycle something. I mean, I don't think that's very compelling. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, this guy gets +2/+0 and lifelink. I do think we're playing a few enchantments, but again, probably not a guy that I'm interested in playing off the splash. Fear of Immobility is a 4/4 with a tap. That's probably fine. We have basically 2 dragons in Vile Mutilator and Fear of Abduction, and then these cards are not really 4-drops, they're mostly land cyclers. Or not really 6-drops, they're mostly land cyclers, but then if we do get them when we can play them on 6, I think that we do play them on 6. And so like this is probably what it looks like. If we're trying to play the black, do I feel gutsy enough to splash all these double black cards? Is that the world I think I can live in? We have the greenhouse, which will fix our mana if we find it. We have 1 Spineseeker Centipede. So we don't really have that much mana fixing. None of our multi-lands are appropriate. Okay. So it's probably, if we play a couple of swamps, we have 2 swamp cyclers. That does help some. It's probably too much to try to play the murders, right? Splashing a single black symbol is one thing. It's probably too much to try to play the murders. I'm going to not run all of these Grand Entryways because I really don't think they're very compelling, but we'll keep 1. Evaluate. It is kind of a bad creature. Surgical Suite targets explicitly creatures, so it will almost never be good. So the question is this... In a lot of decks, you're getting that value. In this deck, it's pretty much, is Hospital Room by itself good enough? Oh, well, it says mana value 3 or less, sorry. So it can target some of our cool green creatures. Never mind, this is totally staying. It's actually very good. Okay, and then you remember that thing I was saying about 23, 17, trying not to run 14 non-creature spells, basically. So I think those murders getting cut is probably helpful. Let's cut the Live or Die as well. It's a destroy target creature, but it's double black. Are we going to try to run the Vile Mutilator? It's a double black, but it is 7 mana, so you don't... It's also a thing that we can discard and reanimate with Emerge, potentially. As there's an argument to be made for Live or Die based on how easy it is for us to get huge creatures into our graveyard. The fact that this can return creature cards from our graveyard to the battlefield. But the double black, in that case, I think is probably too much. We'll keep the Vile Mutilator in part because we may be able to play it without playing the double black. But there are going to be times if we keep this where it is going to sit in our hand and do nothing. Be unable to be played and just do nothing. I think it's so good that I'm willing to play it. Yeah, I'm willing to try it. I think it's strong enough that I'm willing to try it. Okay, so let's talk about our spells. We have here Jump Scare. Pretty good combat trick. Target creature gets +2/+2 and flying. I don't think it becoming a horror is mechanically relevant anywhere. I think that's a flavor concern. And at first I was like, why is the art on this card upside down? That's weird. But I think it's like that so that when you play it, you know, you can like throw it down on the table and it jump scares your opponent, right? The guy is right side up to them. So it's like, it's just a combat trick, right? Unwanted Remake, destroy target creature, instant speed, destroy target creature. Its controller manifests dread. So this is sort of your, I'm not going to compare it directly to Swords to Plowshares, but you know, this is that white removal spell that you often get in a set where it's like you get to kill the creature, but they get something back in return. 1 white mana for destroy target creature is hard to be upset about. It's definitely not something that you want to use on a guy who is like small though. Like you want to use this on something premium, so what they get back is probably not as good. Sorry. Demonic Council. I mean, it can get us the Vile Mutilator under normal circumstances. I think our deck's probably pretty good at Delirium, right? We have a number of Surveil effects, which let us look at a card and potentially put it into our graveyard. We have a couple of Manifest Dreads, which let us put a card into our graveyard. We have creatures who are going to be dying, you know, in combat naturally, the old-fashioned way. And we have some instants, we have some sorceries, we have enchantments, and we have an artifact. I think that we're going to be pretty good at hitting the Delirium. And so it's hard for me to want to discard a counter like this, or a tutor like this, but man, how many black cards do we really want to run on our splash is the question. And the answer is I have no idea. I think that as far as combat tricks go, Horrid Vigor is better than Jump Scare, and we got to be kind of relentless. We got to be kind of ruthless on our spell cuts here. We have too many spells. Trapped in the Screen's awesome. This is going to take care of whatever, so that's definitely staying. Prop Room is really funny. I can't argue with Prop Room. Delirium, Drag to the Roots is great. Delirium here, not really relevant. If it costs the full 4, you're still super happy to play it. Dissection Tools is like a game-winning bomb, I think. Emerge from the Cocoon is great. So we're talking about these cards. Like maybe this is not going to be a reliable tutor often enough. Unwanted Remake can have some ugly side effects, and we have other removal that I think is generally better. I like Monstrous Emergence a lot. Deals damage equal to the power of a creature, either from play or from your hand, to target creature. This is the thing we're going to be able to use to crunch people. I think I am going to cut the Demonic Council. Actually looking at it, we only have 2 good manifests. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a harder time establishing that I would like. 2 good manifests, a couple good surveils. I think it's maybe just gonna be too hard to reliably hit Delirium. If we're on 10 creatures here, then we're running, or 10 non-creatures, then we're running like 13 creatures, and I really would like to get that number up. So let's cut some more stuff. Surgical Suite's really good. Man, everything we have left is really good. So that really good can't be the line anymore. I really, really like Horrid Vigor. I think it's an extremely powerful combat trick / counterspell, and it's so good with the survival creatures. Is Rickety Gazebo the worst of our remaining non-creature spells? Obviously, the lands you control can tap for any color thing is cool, but it's not as good of a mana fix as like getting cards out of your deck, right? And for as far as being able to just play our normal black cards, like I think the Spectral Searchers give us, or the Spectral Snatchers give us so much utility there. I think I'm okay cutting this. Are we keeping both of the white rooms? This is super, super good. Creature spells you cast have Convoke. Means you can tap your creatures to help pay the cost of your other creatures, and that's a good way of getting our survival creatures tapped. I think if Dazzling Theater comes into play, it is going to be very strong for us. Prop Room gives all of our guys like a form of vigilance that still lets them do survival, which is really cool. We're at 9 spells now. 9 non-creature things, which would mean like 14. I still would like to cut spells, honestly. I think we don't have enough spells out. I mean, Emerge from the Cocoon is essentially a creature. Dissection Tools is a creature. When we play it, it is a creature. It is a little dangerous, though, to think about these non-creature spells as creatures, at least in terms of Manifest Dread. Because remember, it is really nice to have something that you can turn over. Do I cut a Monstrous Emergence? Maybe that's happening. Okay, let's cut non-creature stuff then, or let's cut creature stuff then. We probably don't need both Fear of Immobilities. I like the Bashful Beastie over the Fear of Immobility. I think I would rather play more of those. I don't actually want to run all that much heavy stuff. Fear of Immobility is pretty good for a 5-mana creature, but let's do that. I think the Victor is probably thin enough that it's not worth, like, as a splash, it's not so exciting. It's not good enough to be worth the off color. Valgavoth's Faithful is probably going to be a card I don't want to see in the early game. But I do think it's powerful enough to be worth keeping in the deck. And it's a fun thing to get back with Surgical Suite as a way of cheating. Using Surgical Suite to get back things that are much larger. We're keeping all the 2-drops from here, I think. So we can't keep everything. You can't keep everything. This is 27 cards. That's too many Magic cards. I hate to cut land cyclers, but maybe we don't need 4 land cyclers. I think that's possible. Yeah. Let's maybe go down to 1 branch snapper. I think like keeping the black ones in really does feel powerful. Do I cut the other fear of immobility? The fear of abduction is our only double white spell. But I do think it's very powerful. It's a removal spell that's a dragon. It costs us a creature. But it's a removal spell that's a dragon. That's the reason we're looking at the Vile Mutilator too, is because removal spell plus dragon. So she's been done for such a long time. We can hear her typing. She's been doing all kinds of other work. Man, maybe I'm being too cute with the Valgavoth's Faithful. Person who tends to go to time at the pre-release, you know. All right, let's cut the Valgavoth's Faithful. It's a good trick, but there's going to be a lot of situations where we're really unhappy to have it. And then I think actually, like, even though this deck does go to 7-ish, I think I'm actually okay on 16 lands with the 3 land cyclers and the Spineseeker Centipede. So let's take 1 more cut and then call it. But that does mean that we probably shouldn't cut one of the land cyclers. Maybe it's the Vile Mutilator. It's like hard to play. It's cool, but it's hard to play. Man, it's really cool though. Maybe it's the fear of immobility. Yeah, all right. I'm doing that. Okay, so how many swamps do we need to run here? In a lot of decks, you know, you think, okay, I need 1 swamp for my spectral snatchers to find. But I do think it's important to remember that in this format, Manifest Dread, especially if you have a lot of it, can cause you to sometimes put a land into a place where it's not retrievable anymore. So I think I am going to play more swamps than I ordinarily would here. We have no cool land, so honestly, you know what? 6-3-7 actually doesn't seem that bad. We want to make sure we want to be a little bit tilted green so that we can try to hit our Spineseeker Centipede. No, actually, I think we're gonna call that good. Is this good magic? Am I gonna get us totally blown out against Amabel's much superior deck? Yeah, probably. Hey, Amabel.
Ah!
That's right. The dread has begun to manifest already.
Okay. Are you ready for connection?
Almost. I'm putting it into TCG Arena now.
What?
I'm sorry that it took me so long.
A bitch.
I know.
I love you.
I'm sorry that I am the worst.
You're not. You're the best.
I don't believe you. But that's very sweet. How's your pool? You think you got a cool deck?
My pool, it was better than my Bloomborough pool.
All right, I am ready for a connection.
But I don't know. I like it when I'm on the play again. Oh,
I've
man.
been randomly determined to be on the play. What an opener.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Boy.
keeping it. It's a little slow. I mean, you don't know that. It's my hand's blistering fat. I'm going to come out of the gate like crazy. You'll never know what hit you.
Okay. I'm gonna play this Patchwork Beastie, and I'm gonna remember that during my upkeep,
Yep.
I can mill a card. So I
set a stop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's an interesting thing to draw. I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right.
So 4 I stand go.
Mill a card. What did I mill? Oh man,
It's a pretty good card.
That's a good guy. Okay, well, I'm
Can't
gonna
help
play
but
this.
notice that we're playing some similar colors again here.
I'm gonna play the Keys to the House.
Okay.
And I'm gonna immediately sacrifice it to get a
land, yeah. Land into your hand. Okay.
No, search. Okay.
And then I'm gonna pass.
Okay, I forgot to say stop that time. That's okay. I won't do it that time.
During
all.
your turn, I'm gonna swamp cycle Spectral Stencher.
Actually, let me
Just do that while you're doing stuff. Here's a swamp to prove that I'm doing it. Okay.
Okay.
So
Well,
there's
slow start.
some things about both of our draws, it would seem, that are maybe not totally ideal.
I mean, the game keeps going like this. Eventually, I'll get to swing at the Patchwork Beastie.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna play Shrewd Storyteller
Okay.
and pass.
Before the end of your turn.
You set a stop. What do you got?
Nowhere
to run. Flash. Oh God. Well.
Yeah. So your guy gets -3/-3.
He does indeed get -3/-3. You got me.
Okay, I will mill a card. Am I gonna regret it? Man, that's a good card too.
You got two types. You can't think of it as oh no, I didn't get that card. You wouldn't have that card anyway, right? You just draw the next card down.
Yeah.
You're gonna give yourself a heart attack if you're.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna play Glimmerlight. This is not totally ideal. So here's a Glimmerlight, creating a tiny glimmer of light. Look at him. What a sweetheart. Then I'm going to play Grand Entryway. And thus create another glimmer. Oh, what's up now? This is how I usually do this, just so I can remember which room I played already. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna mill another card. Hey, that's a land. It's
a third type.
It's a third type.
You are approaching your delirium.
Good. What if I could swing ever? All right, let's put this man out.
Okay.
That's an actual creature.
Sure.
Do I? No, I wait.
So you can come back from the dead a single time if you have delirium. Well, now that's interesting. That's not what I was intending to do with this turn, but that is interesting. So here's what I think we are going to do, though. I'm going to play Monstrous Emergence. I'm choosing one of my Glimmer tokens and also targeting your Resurrected Cultist.
Okay.
Monstrous Emergence deals 1 damage to your man. Then I'm going to pay to unlock the other half of the Elegant Rotunda here, putting a +1/+1 counter on each of the 2 target creatures. That's right. We're living the dream, and then I'm swinging for 4 with my Glimmer tokens.
I take the 4, I guess.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I will mill a card. That is still the same kind of card. Okay. Trouble.
Oh, a Vile Mutilator. Who would play such a thing? Surely not me.
Oh no. Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. I wouldn't be afraid if I were you.
All right, I'm gonna play Spirogenic Infection on one of your Glimmer tokens.
Okay. Sacrifice a creature other than the enchanted creature. When the enchanted creature is dealt damage, destroy it. Fair enough.
It feels like a waste, but like I need to have you not swing at me for a moment
It
while I
is
try to get
funny for
something
you
on
to
the
use
board.
Sporogenic Infection to kill 2 tokens, but it is like the only thing that's happening in the game right now. It's not like horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have an Enduring Vitality. That seems very good. What a critter.
What a critter.
Okay, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to play Fear of Abduction. As an additional cost to cast this spell, I guess I'll exile this Glimmer token. So here's your card back.
Okay.
And when this comes into play, I'm gonna exile target creature you control. It's gonna be the Enduring Vitality, and you get it back when you get rid of my Fear of Abduction.
Yeah.
We put him in the saucer. And then I'll pass the turn to you.
But it does mean that Patchwork Beast is able to block an attack.
That's true. I did put an enchantment into the graveyard, but they were both 3/3, you know. So
I'll just put this man in.
ah, why that Branch Snapper is positively slavering.
I'm not gonna swing against your 5/5 with my 3/3. That's not a
Wild.
useful thing to do.
Okay. Well, I'm a little concerned about the 7/6, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
Has me a bit worried. But I do have. I'm going to pay 1 to equip the flashlight on my spaceship, and then I'm going to swing for 6 in the 6 in the air.
I take 6 because of the flying and whatnot.
Yeah. And then I'm going to play Prop Room. What I was going to say is I do have a head start on the race. So
no, I know.
untap each creature I control during each other player's untap step, and then I will pass the turn to you, and
you untap the thing. Okay.
And here's hoping we draw some totally sick shit off the top. What if
I swing for 10.
Well, this feels like trickery.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll block the Patchwork Beastie. I'm not going to win the race at this rate, so let's find out what you got.
I have a dead Patchwork Beastie.
Okay.
And you take 7 damage.
It's true. You have. I mean, this guy is big. He's doing big work. He's doing big things from where he's from. So I will swing for 6 in the air.
I will take that 6.
Then
or will I?
Oh,
yes, I will.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to fast forward to my second main so fast. I will play this Cryptid Inspector.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess pass the turn.
Okay, and at the end of your turn, I'm gonna.
Oh God! It's the Appendage Amalgam. Who could have foreseen this? Me, probably, if I had thought about it. Really.
Okay, Ice Scoop. I don't have a way to deal with the guy in the air. I don't, in my hand, have a way. I'm gonna check my pool. Do I have? I mean, okay.
Sometimes your opponent plays a dragon on you. It happens.
I have a couple. I have some. Okay.
You can be on the play.
I think you're on. I think you're on the play this time.
Okay. I have not been looking at chat, and I apologize. Let me have a look at chat. Totally Harmless says Duskborn, or however you write it. That's yes, it is. It is Duskborn, the House of Horrors. Welcome to some magic. Wow, that's a hand. This makes this kind of okay. Like, obviously, it still doesn't let us. We're on the play. Man. You know what? I'm going to be gutsy and keep it. We're just going to open with a plains end pass. This is Duskborn.
Okay.
Hello, Totally Harmless. Hello, Power Mac. Welcome,
Forced
y'all. Welcome.
in bear trap.
It's a bear trap. Well, that sucks. I hate it when you deal 3 damage to target creature. You know that. During your turn, I'm going to forest cycle here. Let's go ahead and do your thing.
Fruit spinner.
Brood Spinner, what a
Surveil
good
2.
friend. What if eyeballs? I think it is very funny. Like, if you imagine those are his eyes, he's very goofy looking. They're not supposed to be. You can see he has spider eyes where spider eyes would be, but he just also has other eyes. Somebody else's eyes.
With Surveil, how does Surveil work again?
You may put any number of them into your graveyard. The rest go on top of your library in any order. Okay, both to the graveyard. I think we're just not gonna put up with this guy. I can't with that. So, Monstrous Emergence, tapping a green mana as we are required to by the game rules. I'm going to reveal this Huntwood Shrieker from my hand as part of the cost.
And do 3 damage to my. Okay.
And then go ahead. Unfortunately, Huntwood Shrieker, a lot better when your opponent doesn't have Bear Trap in play. That said, at some point, you got to deal with the Bear Trap. Am I doing this? Is this what's happening? Is this the world I live in? I'm passing the turn.
Okay. I swing for 2 with my vigilance creature?
I'm not blocking. Does anything terrible happen?
No.
That's right. 2 damage is not that terrible. Ooh, Cautious Survivor's a little more terrible. How concerned am I about that? I guess the answer is concerned enough. I'm dragging that Cautious Survivor to the roots.
Okay. That was at the end of my turn you did that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's got to happen sometime. Let's pay these 3 mana. Hey, look, it's Huntwood Shrieker.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I swing for 2? My vigilance creature?
Yep, your vigilance creature. I take 2.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm going to play Surgical Suite. Turning target creature card with mana value 3 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. We were able to rescue him.
Okay.
I'm also going to play... No, I'm not. Never mind. I'm not going to do anything. You should pretend you didn't see that. I only have 1 planes in play.
Okay.
So yes, I played this man, and now I am passing the turn. I'm very professional and good at Magic, so that's why this is all going to continue to go well for me. I will say I am eating shit on my splash here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not doing great myself.
I drew 100% of my splash lands. And it is slowing things down a small amount. I'm gonna go ahead and let's play it like this. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the hospital room too. So this thing is full. This thing is fully open. Whenever I attack, put a
Okay.
+1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. I'm gonna attack and put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature, and also manifest dread.
All right, I'll take the 4.
Well, hold on now. I don't know that until I'm done manifesting dread.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna put this one in the graveyard. That's a little bit unfortunate. This is the only way that this is the clumsy way that we have been doing this. There we go. Okay, so there's my manifest dread, and I will pass the turn to you.
I take the 4. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, you take the 4. Sorry. Our timing's getting all screwy. We gotta tighten it up here. At the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 1 and a green to reveal target face down permanent. If it's a creature card, I can turn it face up. Guess what?
What?
It's a creature card and I'm turning it face up.
Shit, that guy's a big guy.
I'm going to swing and I'm going to put the +1/+1 counter from Hospital Room on the Hauntwood Shrieker and I'm going to manifest dread.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that before I declare my block.
Discard. Hide. Put you into play. Stop trying to tap my mana. Okay. Now you may declare blocks at your leisure.
I'm going to declare the Cryptid Inspector is going to block the Hauntwood Shrieker.
Okay. Take a 6.
Yes, but first. I have priority.
Trying to push you to damage. Oh no!
Flash, -3/-3 on the Hauntwood Shrieker.
In response, I'm going to use its ability to flip over my other card.
Okay.
Check it out. It's a Cryptid Inspector.
All right.
And it was 1 mana cheaper to do it this way. Okay, so you have reduced my man to a 2/2, and then combat occurs.
Yeah.
My man gets at by your superior man.
So 8, 6. Okay.
Yeah. Second main, I'm going to play Rip Spawn Hunter, and then pass the turn.
What a surprise!
Who could have foreseen Rip the Spawn Hunter?
Foreseen this? Yeah.
Rip Spawn Hunter is very good at Fatal Frame, I have to imagine. Ooh. Do you have Delirium at this point? I see creature, artifact, enchantment. So 3 types. No. Okay. But a 5/4 is relevant.
Yeah. I'll need it. Okay.
All right, I'm going to first main play a Manifest Dread.
Okay.
Okay. Tough call. That's not. I'm so fucking clumsy. It's incredible. And then I'm gonna go team.
Alright, so that's
when I attack, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It's going on the
alright. So
Spectral
that's
Snatcher.
7,
7, 6,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 coming across.
Mm-hmm.
So I need a block with both. All right, I will block Rip Spawn Hunter with the Ricker Folk Thresher.
Yep.
And I will block the Spectral Snatcher with the Cryptid Inspector.
Yep.
And then I'm taking 3 damage.
Indeed. Oh, this creature has vigilance. What am I doing? All right, and I will leave it to you. This dread could be anything. Nobody knows. Totally Harmless says that One Lone Plains is trying its best. It really is. It's doing a lot of lifting.
Ice scoop.
Okay.
I think you're still on the play, though.
Fair enough. So we have some of this going on, but that doesn't... Man, my colors are not friendly right now. I am actually going to mulligan this. This hand is potentially no action. I'm on the play, so I can only be so picky. I'm going to keep this. And we're going to send...
Okay, let me just figure out my
fellow to the
mulligan.
bottom. I'm putting a lot of weight on this to fix our problem. But you know, it's capable. That can happen.
Okay.
Totally Harmless says, looking back earlier in the video, I missed Bloomborough. It's true, we did do a Bloomborough sealed for this. So feel free to check that out on the VOD if you missed it and it sounds cool.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go. Plains and pass.
Forest and pass.
Okay. Swamp and check it out. It's a Fear of Surveillance.
Watchdog.
Ooh. Surveil 1 on enter.
Oh, hang on. That's not what I want. Surveil. Yeah, okay. Keep that, yeah.
Keeping it on top.
Yep.
Not what I want to hear. Let's swing with my creature. When it attacks, I surveil 1.
Oh yeah, I take 2.
What a weird problem to have. I guess I'm gonna discard it. Yeah. No, that's good. That's actually really good. Discarding that is correct. Are you taking 2?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to play Surgical Suite. Returning target creature card with mana value 3 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. Spineseeker Centipede is going to come into play. Search my library for a basic land, put it in my hand. It's going to be a forest, and then I'm going to make it my land drop for the turn. There we go. That's mana fixing. That's how mana fixing works. Spells.
I swing with the dog for 3?
You know what? I'll block with Spineseeker Centipede.
All right. My dog dies, and I surveil.
You do get to surveil 1.
1. Okay.
Stayed on top.
It's on top, yeah.
Okay. You seem to like your draws. What an innocuous rat. I've never seen a creature so innocuous. I'm going to swing for 2, causing me to surveil 1.
I will block with the rat.
I'm shocked by that. I think I am going to discard this. So Amabel has blocked. She is now manifesting dread. Put a resurrected cultist into the graveyard. I see it. I see what you're up to. Alright, second main. Hey, now. What am I doing? Could have done that. Whatever. I'm doing this. Second main, I'm playing Shrewd Storyteller. Go ahead.
Okay.
So this guy's gonna be all right if we can get him going. We can get him out of bear trap range. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I can hear you thinking about
All
playing,
right. I'm
playing and then
gonna
firing a bear
reveal.
trap. Okay.
Reveal this card. It's gonna cost me 4. I'm gonna discard a card.
It's not entering play. It's already in play.
Right. Oh, that's.
Sorry.
I did that wrong. Okay. Well, I've
Totally-
lost the game. Okay.
Totally Harmless says, I regularly manifest dread. Boy, you and everybody else, friend. We're all in it together here.
All right. I pass in embarrassment.
Oh, sweetie. I'm sorry.
I just forgot the rules to the game, and that's not me. There's only like 700 pages of rules, so.
Yeah, we are playing different formats all the time. Like, you've had to absorb a lot very quickly. Like, how long have you been playing Magic? How long ago was your first game of Magic?
Like 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, and in that time you've played like 20 different formats, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play Hospital Room. I'm getting the other half of this on. So I'm gonna swing with Shrewd Storyteller. Hospital Room's gonna put a +1/+1 counter on him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I take the damage. Fine.
Okay. At the beginning of my second main phase, he's tapped, so he gets a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah.
And then I will pass the turn to you.
All right. Fear of Surveillance.
Must you?
Yes.
All right. Well, I must sacrifice a creature other than the enchanted creature. That happens. I don't care for it.
I swing for 3.
I will take 3. All right. Well, let's start by attacking with my Fear of Surveillance. It's going to get a +1/+1 counter from the hospital room, and then also it's going to cause me to surveil 1.
So it's a 3/3.
It's a 3/3. Let's keep that on top.
I just take the 3 because I don't have a. Yeah, right.
And then I'm going to play. That's not really relevant. I'm going to play a Cryptid Inspector.
Sure.
And pass the turn. So obviously we're taking it a little bit easy here as far as the technical requirements of the stream go. Just trying to make sure everything's smooth. But so far I had to say that my brief foray into Linux gaming, so far I'm pretty happy with it. Things are going all right. Hopefully we'll be recording properly this week. All right, I'm going to attack with just Fear of Surveillance. So it gets a +1/+1 counter, and I surveil.
Flash.
I'm going to keep that on top. Oh God, a man was flashed into play.
And I'll block with this guy.
And you'll block with him. Oh no! My creature was dealt damage, and it will be destroyed. Here's your card back.
Enchantment, creature. No.
And then I'm going to play Rip.
Okay.
Go ahead. One of these days, Rip is going to get to actually fire their ability. Is it a guy? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Their ability. I can't tell. And it's going to be sick. I believe in Rip Spawn Hunter. Totally Harmless asks, what is this website, by the way? This is TCG Arena, tcg-arena.fr. In fact, let me put a link in the chat. It is not a magic, or it's not a magic site specifically. It is sort of a game agnostic card playing engine, and then they have some specialization for magic and the Disney game Lorcana, and I think the Riot game. There's like a couple of popular card games they have some special code in place for if you want to play them. It's pretty rad so far. I've been very happy with it. Who is the target of your horrible comeback wrong?
Rip Spawn Hunter.
Okay. Turn to the battlefield under your control. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Okay. So my man has died and then has come back under your control.
Yeah. I swing for 7.
Well, that Rip Spawn Hunter has summoning sickness. Yeah, it went into the graveyard and then came back. So it has not been under your control continuously.
Then what is the point of that card?
Well, it might have enter the battlefield effects, or also
Oh,
it does say destroy target creature on it, and it only costs 3. I don't think you'd be too mad.
I swing for 3, I guess. That
will take 3.
Bites. Okay, put this back in your.
Okay. I'm going to swing for 2 with Cryptid Inspector. Sorry, swing with Cryptid Inspector, causing it to gain a counter from Hospital Room. Swing for 3.
Yeah, I take 3.
All right. And then I'm going to play Emerge from the Cocoon. I'm putting Rip back on the table.
All right, I scoop. You win.
Okay.
Good game.
Yeah, I think it's... You seem a little frustrated, a little disappointed.
I just have trouble with this particular set, and
You find this to be more difficult than others?
oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I lose all the time. Like at least I win some Bloomburrow.
How do you like? What is it specifically that you find?
I don't know. I can't tell you what I. It's just I haven't had a good time with it.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't.
That's okay.
I didn't actually know that you felt that way, and if I did know that you felt that way, I would have maybe chosen like Edge of Eternity or something.
I know you like the spooky house though, so
I do like the spooky house set. I think it's got a lot of fun.
And there's cool stuff in it. There's a lot of cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to build for it at all.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
How badly did I do here?
So, I mean, you didn't do too badly. Let's go ahead and pull your deck out, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the tools we used today because I think they deserve to be talked about. So here's what Amabel built. Ooh, hello, Valgavoth Terror Eater. Can you right-click on that, please?
Yeah.
So a 9-mana flying lifelink 9/9 with ward sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. If a card you didn't control would be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. You may play cards exiled with Valgavoth by paying life equal to their mana value. Right, and he's a 9/9 lifelinker, so he's going to provide the life you need for that. Well, that's fucked up. That's a pretty horrifying creature. Do you have do you have any reanimation type stuff?
Not
No?
Really?
Okay. I mean, it's got to be yes or no question.
Yeah, no, I don't. Like,
if I had gotten that Valgavoth, I have 2 different return creature from the graveyard to play sorceries and 2 copies of the creature who does it. I would definitely been playing all of them.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, the second to last game, I had this in my hand, and if I had drawn a swamp on any of my last 2 turns,
okay,
I would have been able to play it. I think that would have made some difference.
Yes, I think so.
But it didn't happen. And I knew, I mean, a 9-mana creature is an insane thing to play. I understand that, but
I mean, games in this format can turn into grindy situations, especially if you're playing green creatures. Although it seems like you're missing a lot of like the cool mid-rangey green guys, like
Yeah,
no beasties or anything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? The 5/4 one.
Yeah. My creatures aren't really great. It feels like, and I. So can I tell you? Like, I was looking at the pool, and like, there are a lot of red cards. But looking like, oh, look at these cool black guys, and this cool like this guy's a fit. This guy's a fit. Okay,
Yeah.
and so I was like, okay, I'll do green black, especially because, the first game we both played, was it white red, and I was like, okay, I'll do a different couple of colors, and she'll probably do a different couple of colors, and then so I played black green, and then you play. What did you play again?
I'm playing it's sort of green splashing both black and white a little bit.
Okay.
Let me tuck this back in here, and we can pull my pool up.
Yeah.
And you can. Here, I'll share this to you so you don't have to watch the screen or the stream. Oh, this process is very slightly more involved. Here we go. Everything's a little bit more different on Linux than I'm expecting it to be. Yeah, so I had a couple of spectral snatchers for my black splash, for swamp cycling, a branch stamper of my own, the fear of abduction, and the vile mutilator at the top end, just dragons to kill stuff. I added a dissection tools that you never got to see, but I know you have played this against me several times.
Oh yeah,
so
this feels as a fun time.
You know what a monster it can be. And then like a bashful beastie, and just kind of like green, kind of punchy creatures. I think a fair amount of manifest with the Hauntwood Shrieker and everything. The Cryptid Inspector is usually going to be able to get at least a little bit of love. And so I'm splashing black for. It was more cards. I slowly cut it down over time. In the end, it's just basically Drag to the Roots, Vile Mutilator, and then maybe occasionally a Spectral Snatcher. But like, I definitely regard these mostly as Swamp Cyclers. But like, even Swamp Cycling them, because I have like Emerge from the Cocoon.
Yeah.
Swamp Cycling them still is a way of playing them potentially.
Yeah, no, you have a really good deck, and I think we both got good pools. Just I didn't build mine particularly well, and I don't know why this one's harder to build than. It's not like what's the one I hate? The one I actually like legitimately hate.
Tarkir Dragonstorm was the one you had a sort of a pretty negative reaction to.
Yeah, my negative reaction mean when I was a big baby.
No, I mean you told me afterward that you hate it.
Yeah. But I don't know why this one is hard for me to build in. I don't know. I don't hold on to the mechanics in the same way as like with Bloomburrow, or we started playing Neon Kamigawa, and like that's easier for me. I don't know why this one's harder.
Yeah, well, I mean, like different formats can, because this is a great thing about Magic. Different sets have different mechanics, and they have kind of like the same ideas about what powers belong to what color, but exercised in different ways, and always with a little bit of shift between the borders and everything. Like, some of the sets of mechanics are going to feel more intuitive to you than others.
Yeah. You know what though? We did 7 games today. I won one of them. And it felt like a legitimate win. It didn't feel like I just lucked. It didn't feel like I lucked into like a bomb or something. So, I'll take that as a win against, my girlfriend, the tournament Magic player.
Once upon a time. So,
what tools are we using here?
Yeah, let's talk about these tools, because I do think they're pretty cool and great. So this is Draftmancer, draftmancer.com. There's very, very intuitive tools, both for allowing you to obviously pull sealed pools, but also to do basic drafts. You can have people connect to your session, and we have done a draft with this, and it worked really well. It was beautifully put together. You specify your your card pool from all of the Magic cards, and you can even get more granular than that. Like when you put in sealed, it'll let you just like dial in the specific boosters you want to open and stuff. It's a great way to play sealed pools. It's a great way to do a draft. I think very, very cool site. And then, draftmancer.com. And then the tool we were using to play today is TCG Arena. That is tcg-arena.fr. It is a sort of game agnostic card game simulation engine, and then it has some special rules input to help you manage the game for all of these different games. But also you can just kind of load up some card type objects and play whatever with it. Both of them totally free to use, and I think really, really excellent services. Definitely worth checking out if these kinds of games on the internet are your things.
Yeah, this tool was recommended to me by a game designer who actually has a game on here called Witch's Revel, and so I'll just shout that out as well. Like,
heck yeah. So, hey, Amabel, guess what time it is?
I don't know what time is it.
Well, I believe
it's 1:56.
It is 1:56.
I need to start making dinner.
I believe it's phase 3 time, Amabel.
Okay. What do you got for phase 3, sweetheart?
What I have is asking you to go first, because I am currently creating the text crawl that goes across the screen here. I did not do this before.
I didn't. I have not engaged with as much media this week because I've been doing a lot of research for my next thing I'm researching. So what do I have to recommend?
Yeah, what's something cool?
This may or may not. This may be of limited audience, but my pal Dr. Elizabeth Davidson, who works for Leader Games, recently posted a video about board game pitches and about having kind of a thesis for your game, not necessarily like a thesis statement or like a point you're making, but like a mechanical thesis or focus. And I think it had a lot of really good points about game design. So I don't know. I guess I'll recommend that. Okay. I enjoyed that short talk that she gave. That's on her YouTube channel, Beyond Solitaire. It should be easy to find. I think it's called "What's the Point?" Or actually, let me find what it's called so that I can actually give good recommendation here.
It says, "What is the point?" in the thumbnail.
Okay. Have you found it?
This here is Beyond Solitaire. The title of the video is "This is what separates great games from the rest."
Yeah, I'll recommend that, I guess, because I don't have much else that I've done this week other than research patents and lawsuits and so on. I guess I'll recommend doing that. Research patents and lawsuits.
Sure.
Fun times.
Amabel's always doing so much research for her brilliant video essays.
No, what are you doing? No.
This is my recommend for the week. 5 days ago, Amabel released a video essay called "Expanding Board Games" that is about board game expansions, both from, and I don't even say both, from all of the different angles. Not just two angles, all of the angles. Board game expansions are fascinating things if you think about them really as economic objects, as cultural objects, as mechanical, objects of play. And this video essay really kind of comes at the subject from every possible angle, while also being very funny, while also being incredibly interesting. It's rad. It's some of your best work.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
I feel that very strongly.
Now, what do you have to actually recommend?
That's my actual recommend. Expanding Board Games by Amabel Holland on the Holland Spiele YouTube channel. It's good. While you're here, watch the other ones too, because they're all good.
Holy shit!
What?
I got over 6K subscribers.
Oh yeah,
That's amazing for me.
Congratulations to Amabel on her over 6K subscribers. I think that's fucking rad.
Kiefer in the chat says hour-long videos are not essays; they are novels. Oh, my friend.
No.
You sweet summer child.
You gotta read better essays.
Also, an hour is in the video essay world is short.
I don't know if it's short, but
I mean, there's one that's like one of the most famous ones is like 4.5 hours long. That's crazy.
Robin says if we all unsubscribe, I bet we can drive her back under 6K. Don't do that. Don't listen to Robin. Robin's a troublemaker. Kyle says, I watched a podcast that showed up on my feed with Amabel as a guest. Enjoyed that quite a bit, though I can't remember what the show was. Amabel, what stuff have you been on recently?
Well, I was on Liz Davidson's podcast. I was on a podcast about... So it's people who like research Dungeons and Dragons talking about Swords Against, which I think most of my recent appearances have been about my new game, Swords Against. So, but I don't know which. You know, I do 3 or 4 a month, so I don't know which one it would have been.
Okay, you got me. My real recommendation is Swords Against, the new game from
Oh, God damn it!
It's fascinating. It's a fascinating game as found object as game. It's super cool. I legitimately think it is a super cool project. I think you are doing such fascinating work in the field. You're so rad.
So are you, and I'm going to get you to admit it one of these days. You know, I have to pin you down and kiss you about it.
Once I've earned it. I see in chat from Stultumbulator. Apologies if I am not accenting your name correctly. Stultumbulator. I want to recommend Maho Kenshi, an interesting game that mixes deck building with hex map exploration. It doesn't offer infinite replayability, but it has left an impression on me. Yeah, you know, honestly, it's weird how infinite replayability has become something of an expectation, because that's not really that old of an idea. Used to be. You did not expect a game to be infinitely replayable. Well, there's lots of good games that just, they have a point at which they stop happening.
Yeah.
I had never heard of this Maho Kenshi before, but looking it up on Steam right now, it does look very cool. It has quite a vibe. That's very kind of you to say, Kyle. Thank you. All right. Well, I think that's a stream. That's our first successful product output on Linux. We made it through. We did it. We survived, and I didn't even blow up the stream or dox us once. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, over the course of this week, I'm going to be recording a bunch of videos here on my new Linux machine. We're going to be getting back to output, hopefully some good output. Last week we finally wrapped up Phoenix Point. In case that's the thing you care about, it's over. I did it. I got to the end. I don't think it was a great ending, but I like the game overall. So new stuff coming up, and of course, a week from today, a brand new stream. It's gonna be so cutting edge. Even I don't know what it is yet. We'll come back to resolve that suspense, and we'll see you